Welcome back, all you wonderful Tubi Dicers. I'm your host, Daddy Tarzan 82855, and with me is the wonderful cast and crew of Tubi Dice Adventures, and we are here to bring you another episode of Star Wars: Edge of the Empire. Today's episode 81, Blowback. As I said, with me is the wonderful cast and crew of Tubi Dice Adventures. Let's go ahead and roll out tonight's cast lineup for tonight's episode. Starting off with our resident sneaky boy, Oho.
Hello, everybody. My name is Victor, also known as Victor the Story Weaver, and I play Oho, a Connie Force user assassin raised and brought up and trained by the Night Sisters of Dathomir. He is also one of the two great halves of the Mudhorn Squad, which is an army of two composed of him and his brother Raw, also present in this call. And if you think you have seen Oho in the past, no, you haven't.
On to you, Maticus.
It's me. Hi. I'm Matt, also known as War Knight on the interwebs. Sorry, was promoting this event, so if you are in any Discord server with me, you see me spamming the self-promo chats. Hi, I'm Matt, also known as War Knight out there on the interwebs. And you will find me this evening playing as Chav Visto, formerly Agent Lancer of the ISB, before he had a mind-blowing experience that he was not a fan of. And now returning, wanting to return to his life as just an ordinary freighter and smuggler, and is now potentially going to be doing stuff like that for the rebellion, provided that we all live.
Love the enthusiasm. Up next is our wonderful Mask Ren. Ren, take it away.
Hello, I am Masquerade. No. Hi, I'm Ren. I am a Masquerade on the internet, and I am playing Ego, a tweet. Matt, the fact that you just
You're breaking the cast. You haven't even started yet.
I play Ego, who is a lovely Twi'lek scoundrel and a charmer who has done nothing wrong in his life. No commentary. No commentary. Yeah, in interesting circumstances, interesting times.
Indeed, is interesting indeed. And finally, to round out tonight's episode for our cast, Oz. Take it away, buddy.
Hello, I am Oz, also known as Son of a Ghost on all of the interwebs. I am also playing Raw this evening, the other half of the Mudhorn conglomerate. Yeah, he's just really here to have a good time with all the trauma and baggage and, the dark side influence and Jeepers Creepers, oh my, It's fine. It's fine. I'm sure it's fine.
It is definitely something. That being said, that's tonight's cast of Star Wars. They're usually joined as well by Jay, who plays Kesh, and Dia.cosplay, who plays Dove, our resident bipedal tank. However, they're not available for tonight's episode. That being said, we have a wonderful collection available to you for your viewing consumption. Besides just Star Wars, we have other forms of TTRPGs at your request. That being Tales of Arden, that's coming up this Thursday as we continue our delve into the abyss and slowly lose our ever-loving fucking minds. We delved into the abyss with 2 levels of exhaustion for the resident fighter, who's also slowly losing his mind. And just graciously, by the grace of the god, the DM, Chris, recovered at least 1 level of exhaustion. And then Sunday, we have Frontiers of Eberron this coming Sunday, led by our wonderful friend and DM Michael St. Gregory. Please give that show a watch, and then that will conclude this week's slate. I should probably tell what times those are on. Tales of Arden is 7 p.m.
Usually we get started around. We get into the call around 10 p.m. Eastern, I believe, is normal.
10 p.m. Eastern, so 8 p.m. Arizona Standard Time.
Right.
Yeah. Excuse me. And then Frontiers of Eberron, I have no idea what time that starts.
I believe that they start around 7 p.m.
Okay, 7 p.m.
Eastern, so 5 p.m. Mountain.
5 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. I should know this. I'm terrible. I'm sorry. I will endeavor to do better. That will conclude our week's slate for To Be Dice Adventures. Be sure to check those two shows out this week, and let's go ahead and return ourselves to the scene of the crime. The crew of Core Atlas had just concluded their reconnaissance of the shipping yards of Black Spire Outpost, an outpost that was founded by Hondo Onaka as a means to legitimize his company, Onaka Trading Solutions, Transport Solutions, not trading, Transport Solutions, and during the reconnaissance, they uncovered the gruesome details of the conditions that the slaves that Hondo was paid to transport by the Black Sun crime syndicate. And those conditions were discovered to be very inhumane. Instead of waiting the 3 days to wait till support arrives, they decided to action on the situation as soon as possible to relieve these indentured people from their unsavory conditions. Our scene brings us back to the docks where the crew has sequestered their ships and are now deliberating as to what is the next step in their journey. Where the rest of tonight's episode of Star Wars Edge of the Empire goes is to be diced. I love that intro every time. Every time. Let me set the mood for the audience as well as my players as we begin. Aboard the Northwind Chimera, within the confines of the cargo hold, just past the gangplank where the crew has now gathered to deliberate their next steps. Dove, Kesh, Rawl, Oho, Ego, accompanied by Reaper and Scuttle, who were aboard the ships maintaining security. You guys now find yourselves with a moment of not reprieve, but a moment to yourselves to deliberate the next step. Oh, the knowledge that these people inside these containers being kept in inhumane conditions, unable to find a moment's rest, uh, breathe relief, a relief of air, not being choked by the restricted confines of this container. This thought weighs heavily in the back of your mind, as I'm sure Rawl is able to pick up on that weight just from observing you. What is your guys' next step?
Um, I think from Oho's part, one of the things that he brings to the table after he has stated his preference of not waiting the 3 days as per scheduled. He is, I think you can probably all see him sort of deep in thought. He's trying to piece together the options. Raul probably has seen this before, where it's this like sort of, it's almost like he's in his mind palace in a way. He's just like trying to put the pieces together of, okay, technically we're supposed to wait 3 days and then the thing's gonna go down, but I don't think that we should. And so now that we know that the type of security is that high, is it really that common for this type of thing? And if it isn't, what is the other, what's so while all of this is happening, he finally speaks and he has a statement to the group. All right. So I do not think that we should wait. Partly is because there are no guarantees that they will be there by the time that we go. However, there's another matter. If this is indeed something, as Chav brought up, about this Hondo being known for double crossing or askew choices of negotiation, it might be worth knowing what he knows that he may not be willing to tell us. However, as I think now, if all of this is part of Hondo's plan, then according to Hondo's plan, we're supposed to be there in 3 days. If Hondo learns that we are not going to wait the 3 days, and this is part of his plan and he needs us there, then we may be facing people that may be waiting for us. If Hondo somehow has made an arrangement that involves us. And that's when he sort of goes quiet and just takes a moment to just kind of look at everybody's expressions and see if he can, what he hears, what they say, what they don't say with their micro gestures.
I do believe that part of this that Dove was talking to Hondo about was him supposedly negotiating a more green crew to be on staff in 3 days. Um, I don't know if that extends to our, how shall we put it, uninvited guests, but I mean, that's one possibility. But then again, who knows if he's actually setting up his best guys on that night?
I think Kesh would probably interject as well. Were you able to identify any markings on any of the droids or a person inside?
Was I?
Anything that can identify them? Roll me perception check. In the moment, we didn't ever really spend time trying to identify markings. So let's
You
do.
for
Go ahead.
a vigilance check, maybe, as a way of like, it was something that wasn't actively like seen, but my vigilance allowed me to like register the information as I
Recollect.
was, because I was one of the people that moved the closest through the space.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll allow it.
As was I.
Yeah, so let's do a
If
hard vigilance check from anybody that was able to get close enough to pull any or glean any information about these individuals.
two things. Number one, I would wonder if I got close enough to even attempt it, knowing that I did look at them through my targeting goggles while I was on a glider.
We had Dove on was Dove scoping from the vantage point? Because I think that did they have like a sniper scope?
She doesn't have a sniper rifle per
Dub was
se.
Okay.
high.
Yeah, she was holding down a supporting position, but she didn't have a sniper rifle per se. Kesh does, however.
I'll say
That's
that I rolled 2 successes and 2 threats.
Okay.
Same.
Yeah, everybody rolled practically the same fucking thing.
Still waiting for my.
I will hold my luck then.
Okay, so as you're thinking about what if there was any identifiable markers as Kesh brings this line of thought up, it suddenly dawns on you. Yeah, that's an important detail. What was there anything that I saw in passing? A belt buckle on several of them. You recall the emblem was a type of golden metallic belt buckle with a half sun cresting over the horizon. Which, as you're detailing it quickly, Dove calls it out. Black sun. It makes sense that you would have.
I'm not quite sure how to help you with that.
Well, fuck, Alexa. Why can't you help us with the Black Sun?
Then
What good are
for
you?
then?
I'm sorry.
It would make sense that
When
they would
did we
have heightened
install
security.
the onboard computer?
It would make sense they would have heightened security for moving their merchandise, but magnet guards seems a little bit overkill.
And the Black Sun are the people who are moving these slaves, right?
They're the ones paying Hondo to transport it, yeah.
Yeah.
Remind me again, what is Hondo? What has Hondo stated as what he wants?
His intent. He wants to be able to uphold his business's legitimacy. That was expressed explicitly. However, he does not
By doing
like
illegitimate business.
that too. However, he does not like the idea of transporting slaves, and that's where you guys come in.
So this is a deal that he tried to make with somebody else, and he discovered it's nefarious.
Yes, and he wants out of it
Okay.
without actually breaking the contract.
We are the scapegoats.
Uh-huh.
We are the escape bantas.
So he needs somebody to get these slaves out of the situation, without compromising himself in the deal.
So, Oho, reflecting on all of this, continues to think. So, somebody tell me exactly how is it that you. How is it that you. How do I say this? Hondo is trying to get out of this deal without his name being involved. However, we have been to his location, and perhaps he's expecting for us to do this in a way that is going to hide, as Dove suggested. It is some sort of attack that does not connect to him. But if this is this double crossing individual that you speak of, this Hondo Anaka, I suppose we need to be prepared about the idea that the most convenient way for him to deliver satisfaction to the Black Sun is to ensure that they get the culprits that are not involved with him. And in this particular case, that would be us.
Yeah, but if we get caught breaking these slaves out, slaves go right back in. Hondo lose.
I think
The guards, though,
you're onto something.
I'm not much one for politics, but
Shocked with
I
all your
don't think.
enemies.
Listen, those enemies are hard earned, all right?
You're goddamn right they are.
And I don't think Hondo is that kind of guy. He doesn't strike me as that kind of man.
If he were to betray us, it would be after the fact. Betraying us in the moment would not serve to achieve any goal. He needs us to successfully pull off this heist to free the slaves.
I guess that brings us to the question, do we prepare and follow the suggestions and wait for his support in 3 days? And then have to deal with whatever the double crossing it is going to happen in that moment, which he already probably is anticipating? Or do we do this now?
I don't think that the double cross would happen in the moment because, like we said, they got to get away. I don't know, maybe a shithead, but he doesn't like slaves. Or he doesn't like people being in slavery, rather. Have to get that wording correctly.
We also do not know what the double crossing will be, so I suppose there's no point in speculation. I think the most important part right now is the fact that, and this is when he takes the breath, because he is the only person, I believe, that as of now has actually seen what is happening in those containers.
Because you haven't told anybody.
Mm-hmm. Up until now. The fact of the matter is that the people that are in those containers are shoulder to shoulder, standing up.
Fuck.
I knew something was wrong.
I was
The
wrong
look in
from the
your eye.
beginning.
That look in your eye. So many times over the years, I've seen it.
You can tell.
Where you go, I go, brother.
You can tell that there is this thing that there's a, when you call him out on his look. Oho and Brawl have been survivors the whole time. They are not heroes. They have never believed themselves to be heroes. They have never attempted to be heroes. That doesn't mean that Oho has not had to struggle with his internal compass many a times. And Rawl calling him out now, he has almost like a reflex of wanting to look away slightly, just because of that idea of the fact that it's like, oh, I would like to dismiss the fact that it's like this is something that happens to me. But when he says, "Where you go, I go," there's just that moment of those guards are not an easy task. So if everyone is agreed that we return now, we have to be ready. We need a plan, and I do not know if we'll be able to do it quietly. We can try.
With the forces that I saw stacked and arrayed against us, not quite sure how much of a plan we can have.
We're already facing a clock.
It's going to be one. We are.
We lost the
It's
element
going
of
to be one
surprise.
movement.
No, we haven't.
One chance we have. We. They suspect us, yes. There's not us per se, but there's definitely they know something is there. And we have one last chance at this. Because the instant that things start to move, it's gonna happen fast. Whatever we do.
We have to hit faster. I'd like to pull up whatever I can in regards to like schematic seems too fine a point, but like even overhead map, whatever the case may be.
Can I do my ability? Let's see. Where is it? Known schematic. Once per session, perform the known schematic maneuver. Since my session's just taking forever to load, can you roll it for me, Tarzan?
Excuse me. We're talking
It's
about.
just an education check, a hard education check for the known schematic maneuver.
Hard education check, one might say, from the school of hard.
Correct.
Sheesh. That's 5 successes, 2 threats. All right, what does that skill do for us?
Basically gives a familiarity with a building or a ship's design, and I'm going to utilize my computer brain to basically rewrite a holographic thing and put it on the navigation table.
Ship building. Okay, so you're trying to get a accurate representation of the shipping yards, Hondo's shipping yards, to get an idea of where forces would be.
Chav would be looking at number 1, marking where the shipping containers were. Number 2, any heavy defense, anti-air turrets, like anything like that, guard outposts. Number 3, where the Magna Guards came from, because I believe they all came from inside somewhere.
Correct.
And number 4, the guard rotation, like the patrol path. Number 5, anything explosive that he saw while he was circling overhead.
Let's get a warfare check.
Out of me, who actually invested in warfare.
Yeah, let's get a warfare check from Chav. We'll make that a hard difficulty.
Do I get any help from our wonderful schematic here?
With Oz's or Rawl's known schematic, as he's detailing the map out for you guys, The shipping yards itself is easy enough schematic to pull up on its own. However, it does omit specific details such as defensible positions, so on and so forth. So, Rawl, you take that schematic or that layout and expand upon it, showing real time information of what you gathered, what a lot of you gathered at those times. In terms of explosive container equipment, that generator that you saw hooked up to the providing the atmosphere, sustainable atmosphere for the slaves inside the container, the 3 containers, that has power cells in there that are combustible. There was a stack of fuel cells to the northeast of the administration building, which is where the Magna Guard droids were deployed from. There are 3 notable tower defense systems, which would have some lead you to believe some level of anti-air defense capabilities in a situation. Guard rotation, you guys do recall. Wait, am I giving you this information for? Did you even roll your check yet? No, you didn't.
I have not yet. I was wondering if this was like the regular stuff, or because all that I asked you was like, do I get an advantage for him having the note schematic? Like I was.
Motherfucker, roll that roll. Roll that roll already. I don't know if I gave you too much information.
Do I get a boost?
Yes.
Or 2?
Hey,
Yes.
man. Want to hand it over? You can totally do so.
6 successes, 1 advantage.
There you go. Yeah. So all that information, obviously.
All that information. Definitely worth 6 successes.
For brevity's sake.
And then, in terms of guard rotation, when you guys first arrived, you arrived right before the change of guard, and you did notice that they change up the rotation every shift. They either go clockwise or counterclockwise.
Yeah, I would have. Okay, so yeah, I hyperimpose that over it as best as we could. I would also, and you can tell me if this is too much on there, knowing that a security measure was tripped, like knowing that this would fall in the guise of a warfare check of like predicting how somebody would respond to a aggressive situation like this. Anything that Chev could guess for how they might change their tactics or how long those changes would stay in place. Like high alert for 1 hour and then they go back to normal.
Given the level of intrusion that was discovered, which was just a slicing attempt that was discovered while in the shipyard, with no notable evidence of a person there, you'd get a sense that they would probably. There is a chance that they're going to increase security, maybe somewhat. I mean, it could have been some homeless vagrant trying to get some materials or components to get by for the day, or maybe it was a couple of kids trying to play a prank on the shipyard. So you get a sense, given the level of that encounter, there is a possibility of increased security presence, albeit minimally. And the other thing is, you guys are all the way out here in Batu, which is a bit of a way from Falleen, where some of the where a majority of the Black Sun operates from. So if they are going to get more reinforcements, you have time before they get there. But not much, especially if you wait 3 days. That chance of extra support is almost guaranteed at that point. So, how much extra support they would have to be what they brought here to the planet to protect these assets.
Okay. This is what Chev is going to say. He's going to like kind of look at all of this, and this is my idea, and I would love everybody else's input and also their ideas. And he says we got 3 containers that need to come out. We have the Nothawan Chimera. We have the VCX. Each one can take 1 container. Ego, your fire spray has a tractor beam on it. You can pull a container with that as well. That's 3 ships, 3 containers. Now, anti-aircraft, if we start gunning in attack speed with this, they're going to start shooting at us. And while I am confident in my own ability to get through 3 anti-aircraft guns, I'm not about to risk 2 other ships on the way in as well as 3 containers on the way out. So, numero uno, somebody takes one of our sky swoopers and either uses its onboard laser cannon to hit that fuel depot next to that tower that the Magna Guards were in, or perhaps even more stealthy, fly in, plant a charge on it, and fly out. Either way, that goes up like the Death Star around Yavin. And while everybody's scrambling to figure that out, we fly in 3 ships, 3 anti-aircraft guns, take them out, 1 fell swoop. At that point in time, we're only worried about ground troops from there. They're not going to really be worried. Hopefully the Magna Guard will be a non-issue at that point. Everybody else, he's going to kind of look and probably suggest, and this is me throwing it out there, guessing Oho would be on the Sky Swooper. Whether he goes in and comes back out. Kesh is a sniper, should probably be in a higher position, able to start taking out personnel. Dove is a tank, made humanoid. So all of those 3, while the ships work on the containers, to 2 snipers and a literal armory on legs. I think that they can handle whatever forces that the Black Sun and Hondo have stationed there. Not to mention all the confusion probably gets us time. This isn't a wipe everybody out, it's get the containers out.
An appropriate distraction would serve us to deviating a lot of that forces and give us more time to take out the anti-air capabilities.
While not looking at the map, the fuel depot that we're talking about is away from the containers, right?
The fuel storage area was just northeast of the administration building, just a couple yards away. The towers would be centralized at the northwest, northeast, and the very south positions of the shipping yard. They wouldn't be near any fuel depots because that would be irresponsible arrangement.
Well, no, but we have ship cannons, so I'm not worried about it. So long as they're pointed the wrong way, we're taking them out in a round or 2.
Right. So I think Kesh would probably be looking to at least just delay the reaction time of the ground forces as long as possible to get the ships in close enough to affect as much damage to the towers before they're able to respond, is what he's getting at. So yeah, he explains that better than I do. And yeah, if we can find a way to eliminate create a distraction so we can close the distance and affect these towers, then that would be the most sound battle plan.
My fellow players.
Once
It is possible.
we- My only question is, once we get the trailers off the ground, how long do they have if they're disconnected from their supply?
They have generators on
they're-
them. They're self-sufficient.
Oh, okay. So the generators can move with the trailers.
Yeah, the trailers.
Yeah, they're attached. They
Yeah,
have
they're-
their own life support, or else
they would die in
the
space.
merchandise would die.
It's a limited supply, obviously, but as long as they're connected to a ship, they operate off of the ship's supply
Okay.
lines.
Alright.
So that's the only one that would be at risk. If you're traveling through space, is the one that's being dragged by the fire spray because it doesn't have a means of connecting to the.
I don't think that we're going off-world at first. That would be up for discussion. Probably finding a spot to try to figure something out. We don't. That's actually a very good point. Chav's just flat out going to ask, where are we taking them?
We also, before we do that, Chev, if this type of trade is happening, I find it very unlikely that they wouldn't have gone for measures to make sure that they can track those containers.
Chav's just going to look at Raw.
I think Dove would probably speak up at that moment.
Also
From
true.
my experience, slaves usually come with slave collars. And those slave collars usually have safety measures in place to prevent them from escaping. Some being an explosive device.
Oh, doesn't that sound familiar?
I think
Chav slow turns to Raw.
So, have we any idea of that's the type of situation we're facing or not? It's not always a common practice, but you can imagine.
Oh, you got a little bit of a peek inside somehow. Did you happen to notice?
I don't know that I would have been able to. I was already looking through the container, which was already like a grace of Tarzan. I mean, I was close to the container, but I don't know if I would have been able to like discern whether or not they have.
Not with infrared.
No.
Get off me! If you're gonna be bitchy, get off me. Jesus.
Fine. I think that Ojo considers for a second, and then at one point you see Ojo kind of like turn his attention to Ego. And there's like a consideration. There is another alternative, I suppose, that we could consider. He turns to Rawl. Have you got any small explosives?
Not just big ones.
Well, it's funny you should ask. What is that? Hang on. I have abilities. I have things.
Your utility
Choose
belt?
the ability. I have things.
I have a whole sheet. Wait.
I have 10 trees. Wait a minute. Let me go through them all.
Yeah.
Drinks, and he has things.
I don't want to spend this destiny point just to. Okay, the only thing that Raw has is an ion stun grenade and a bunch of knockout grenades. He does not have any actual explosives. So
we have with
he
considering that we have our ships. Do we have any type of explosive within the arsenal of like without the
We haven't.
fleet that we have. We don't have like a
Well, you said
equivalent to like a
small explosive.
We, I mean,
well like
unless you want to write
meaning
in that whenever we
unless you
like
guys
whenever we bought supplies for fuel and stuff, I guess Raw would then like buy ammo for things, but we never really explicitly stated that. So,
I don't think I have anything. Do I have
um,
something in my person?
Um,
Near oh, interesting. Good reminder that I have this. Okay.
yeah.
Uh,
I mean, we used up all the beradium during the fuel supply mission
I
at
used my
Banisar.
grenade a little while ago for the ATST. That's the only small explosive that I had.
Raw
Um,
Raw's gonna stare at Oho for a second, and then he's gonna slowly reach into a side satchel that he has, pull out the green kyber crystal that's cracked.
Hmm.
oh, he shakes
The
his
only
head.
thing that would be this.
No, not that.
I have a few frag grenades.
A few will do. This is one of the other thoughts that I had. Perhaps this is something that we can consider while we exercise Chav's plan, but I suppose it's a matter of whether or not we choose to gamble on the current Black Sun's leader in this mission, in this place, caring for their own survival, and the persuasive skills from Ego. If I can get Ego to the location where the Faline individual that I saw is, and we focus on their life, perhaps we can limit the dangers and the challenges of the encounter. As if they are indeed collared, then that means that anything that we do without knowing what's happening inside the container will be in vain.
Means you'll have to slip past the Magnagon droids that we saw there.
It is not a hard thing for me to do on my own. It's a matter of whether or not we can arrange it so that Ego can join me and land closely to the location where they may be settled with the Faline leader. The alternative is we try to eliminate honestly, the other alternative would only be to have an EMP that we could unleash in this place so that we could
Just
remove
thinking
the
of how
potential.
to do that.
What was that?
I was just looking at how to do that. The MP.
I do not think that we have the time to retrieve one of those, especially now that there has been alerts. Because of the security breach, we do not know if they may have moved their date either, so at this point it's just a matter of taking action and trying to cover all our bases.
the only way that I can cover at least some of those 300 bases is on the Chimera. We do have a comm jammer.
That could be useful.
He's gonna like look a little disappointed and say, I'm guessing best case scenario, that's one container.
All right.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
when I was doing my check-in and looking through, uh, we saw that there was the office container, which is where the fallen individual went. And
Right.
then we said that we weren't able to see who else was in it. We know that there's more than two people. We wasn't just able to see how many more people. But
You
then I
s-
think there were like guards that came out. I don't remember.
Yeah.
I can't
So
recall.
you were able to observe the falling individual going into the administration building just before the doors closed, and then before the door closed, you saw four other individual silhouettes inside. Uh, Soon after, that's when Rawl triggered the alarm, and four Magnet Guard droids were deployed from that very same building.
Okay. So it was basically the fallen individual, four silhouettes. The alarm goes off, and then four Magna Guards came out.
Correct.
So there is a potential that this fallen individual is the, at least in the time that we were there, potentially the only non-droid individual present.
Correct. In that facility, there's a chance.
I think that what Oho is going to say is, I believe that the biggest, most relevant section of this entire place is going to be that operations building. Whatever security, whatever comms, whatever potential remote capacities they may have. And this individual, that as far as I was able to see, and that's all I could see, is the only individual that was not a droid. So potentially, this individual may be the one who commands these troops, as well as dictates what this negotiation is going to be.
The guard patrols also droids?
No, those were
Okay. Oh, my bad.
they were a collection of Weequay, Twi'leks, some falling individuals, all which were being. Or actually, let me double check. I might be talking on my ass right now.
They were all Yodas. What?
No, yeah, that's right. They were all the Weequay. Actually, I would say were probably less present. Probably can thank Hondo for that. So there was more of a concentrated presence of Falleen. Actually, Falleen don't really associate with anybody else for the most part. So yeah, mostly Falleen present at the shipping yards.
You would do a head count?
There's at least 10 roving guards in the because you guys did do a head count. You did and you were able to count at least 10 roving guards.
And then the four Magna Guards.
4 Magna Guards, and then 1 individual that went into the administration building.
Which could be considered the leading fallen individual.
Correct.
Is the administration building where the Magna Guards came from? Is that the building that I'm talking about blowing up?
Probably.
Well, if the building's blown, excuse me, accent. Well, if the building's blown up, you can't really push a button.
Unless it is remote and it's in their person and they're not in the building.
Fair point.
In which case, we could just be a matter of. In which case, it could just be a matter of confirming the location.
Doesn't somebody have a remote droid?
That was.
I sure do.
Oh yeah.
I
that-
sure
I
do
will-
have a remote droid.
I will point out, Oho gifted a droid to Rawl from that crazy session where the Force was with me and the droid was about to spot me malfunction and just shut down in front of me before it could spot me.
That's the same
I
droid.
took that droid.
That's
I
the
took
same
that-
spider droid.
Yeah, that spider droid was a droid that I gifted Rawl.
Mm-hmm. I remember that. That was hilarious.
I know, that was a great great session.
Just look at him like, oh,
Yep. Just gave it the smolder, just
Almost
smacking
spotted.
him.
Almost spotted the unspottable and
Works
shorted
every
out
time.
because of it. That shit was hilarious.
So we have the Chimera for the comm jammers.
The comm jammer can be moved, but honestly, I'd probably say our best. It's not going to cover all 3 containers. I don't know if you're talking about bringing it into this building, but probably our best bet is as we're hooking up that container to the Chimera, tossing that bitch right on there.
Raw's gonna push a button and rotate the entire map schematic. How many entrances are to the actual shipyard, like in and out?
There'd be 2 heavily controlled entry points. One to the west.
And are they like?
And one to the south.
Okay. And are they gated or?
From
Is
the
it
ground,
just an
yes. No, it's not open. You gotta keep people out of these shipping yards for safety reasons. So and there would be fences and measures in place.
Okay. He's going to think it over in his mind for a second. And what if we had some kind of distraction, something that hits Satan's hard and fast and draws the attention away? Someone comes in from the south, flies right past the containers, shooting, burning things. And then...
You know what? I think that's a great idea. I think that maybe looks at the map, clicks, and goes, this fuel depot right next to the administration building. Somebody could blow that up.
He usually wants to blow up that fuel containers.
We were talking about using it as a distraction already, so Jev's just being an ass about it.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
Because it's Chev. So it's what my character would. Nope, not even going to finish it. Not even as a joke. But yeah, I would probably just like, did you have something different in mind for this distraction that the administration building requires being, operational for afterwards?
I don't think we need it to be operational.
Kind of like looking at everybody else like, well, all right then. And what were you planning on using this distraction for?
Raw one those 4 Magna Guards to whoever's going to do the distracting. Pull them potentially away from the shipyard, at least outside of it, long enough for someone to come in, secure the containers, make sure the people are safe. If they can get it open, even better. And then, and only then, once we get confirmation of what's going on inside the containers, do we bring the conveyor in. Because if we bring it in and something else is completely changed because they've changed how they do things now that they're alerted, and we bring the Chimera in, start hooking things up, and who knows, the container's empty when we get there,
They're not gonna dump 100 people out of a container and the amount of time that it takes us to get in there and start causing a ruckus. How long has it been since we started?
By the time you guys left the shipping yard, it was 9 p.m. So you guys are starting this session off approximately like 9:30, talking
It's been
about
like
what
half
to
an
do.
hour.
So it's only been
And
30
Chav
minutes
is
since you guys left the shipyard.
yeah, Chav is assuming that they're still on high alert. So his response would be, they also, you know, they don't have any indication of what we were looking for in there. So I mean, those were 3 containers out of, I'm going to throw out a number, 150.
Sounds reasonable.
So I
Tarzan,
mean,
have Rawl and Oho seen what like a Magna Guard before and seen what they were used for
Uh,
usually?
public knowledge would refer to the Magna Guard as Jedi killer droids. So they have a very infamous lore behind them. They were used during the height of the Clone Wars as a means to keep fight even the most prolific Jedi during their time. Uh, those are being like Obi-Wan Kenobi and Anakin Skywalker. These droids are very highly coveted, but also highly illegal. But yeah, so the fact that they're
we
still
just call the cops on them. No more Magna Guards.
so
I can,
you get a sense that whoever has these droids, either they're very important or the merchandise is very important to warrant this amount of protection.
And we're not even 100% sure that like this is the only Black Sun's shipment here, right?
That's
So they could just be here in general.
I think knowing what Oho and Rel know from having worked with the rebellion during Yavin and before, I still think that perhaps the best thing that I can do is help get Ego into that building.
We
Someone with
have
4 Magna Guards is not an ordinary individual, and it might be worth trying to get any information or learning more about the person that we're about to cross, because whatever happens after this, however this comes out, we will be relying on the kindness and discretion of Hondo Anaka to avoid having our names around the Black Sun's ears, potentially chasing after us.
we do have 2 Imperial Sky Swoopers. Ego's already flown one. Don't worry, I'll make sure that the tank's full this time.
But they're not very fast, are they?
They're fast enough. Faster than your partner.
How fast are they?
damn.
Not a challenge.
They
You
got
think I don't
a
have
they got a
something
max speed of 3.
faster by now?
I know you got the Jaeger. They are faster than the partner.
They're faster than partner, but they're not faster than the Jaeger.
Yeah, but they have a lot more height than the Jaeger.
That being said,
Not the point.
It is settled then.
They're also smaller than the Jaeger.
then
Kesh can assist us with cover fire, find a vantage point if we need to distraction.
yes, I could find I'll find a perfect sniper's nest. If we're going to put boots on the ground, I think an explosion would be an excellent distraction, to freeing up the administration building from the Magna Guard droids.
Well, we have a little slight issue with that. The target that we were just talking about blowing up is precisely where we're planning on putting boots on the ground. If we put Ego in the administration building and then blow it up, I mean, I kind of like having Ego around, so I don't think that Ego's going to be very fond of that plan.
So then,
Oh, thanks, Chav.
so then, do we assault one of the gates and draw their attention there?
The fuel pump. So this fuel depot, is it like a refueling station, or is it just pods that are ready to move for transport?
Ready for transport, yeah.
Yes, sir.
Kiska.
We're holding. Everybody, hold on.
Finally
Brace.
found the damn button for the mic. Um, the looking at the map again,
Mm-hmm.
on the top northwest side of the map,
Mm-hmm.
and you correct me if I'm wrong, Tarzan, but it looks like that's a generator.
Correctamundo.
So that is on the opposite side of the map. It's in the same sector, like in the same west region of the map. But the if I'm not mistaken, the building of the building, the office building is on the southern west, like southwest side
Correct.
of the map. But there's a power generator on the northwest side of the map.
Correct.
So if
But,
we
was the administration tower not on the? I thought it was on the Tarzan. I thought you said it was on the northeast because it was away from the shipping containers.
No, northeast is where the crane is. There's
Correct.
a crane on the northeast. You can scroll on our chat, where I did all the little doodles for like the guard
I
track
also have
and
the
everything.
VTT pulled up as well if you guys want to check it out.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. So there's a
crashed
power
the plane.
generator right on the northwest side on the top, and the administration building is the container building on the bottom left.
Correct.
And then the containers are on the southeast section of the map. So literally the building office is on the left side of the map, and then the containers are right across it, like on the other edge on the
Direct
lower
line of
section.
sight of the administration building, yeah. Almost as if they want to keep their eyes on it at all times.
Yeah, almost. Definitely not that, I'm sure.
That's a crane. We can just hit the crane.
We could,
Yeah.
but if we hit the power generator, that basically means lights out as well, which means
Which
less
is
visibility.
100% true.
So,
That's the admin building. Small generator, 7 containers.
And the three stack is the ones holding the slaves.
and then that also means that
Next
because of
to
the fact
the
that it
small
is
generator.
Yes.
So if we hit the generator on the top, first of all, it's a generator, so like there will be an explosion of some level. It's not close enough to the building to affect the building where the Faline might be. It also potentially brings down some of the lights and the visibility, which means that it allows, if like Ojo wanted to help Ego get to the container in like darkness because of his thermal vision and his eye, he can do it. And our chances of being spotted are reduced as well, because even if there's guards and everything, the amount of visibility is lower. Even if like emergency lights come off, it's not going to be the same.
Right.
And that also, you're going to have a lot of like the light source coming from the north side, while we're going to be literally on the other edge. So we would basically attempt to enter from the further south section of the map.
Interesting.
So those be my thoughts.
Love it when everybody uses map knowledge to plan. It's brilliant.
It's the only way that we have survived this far with the amount of crazy stuff that we have attempted. Because as we all know, and if you don't know, viewer who have never played Age of Empire, this game is always one goddamn success or failure away from a potentially mild
somebody's day.
execution of a success to having to reroll all the characters. So,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
This cast has
Sad
definitely had a
day
lot of
sometimes.
close calls.
In the words of Dr. Venkman, I like this plan. I think this is a great plan. I'm excited to be a part of it.
So,
So, to sum up, We need someone to distract, someone to infiltrate, and then someone to get these poor souls free. Is that
So-
right?
Infiltrate is step one. Oho and Ego with the Sky Swoopers. Get Ego where Ego needs to be. Oho then moves to set up the distraction.
I know we talked about potentially bringing multiple vehicles in to extract the containers. If Ego goes in, that's one vehicle down. That being said,
I can pilot too.
Chav, is the Northern Chimera capable of carrying 3 Connexes at once? Is there a way for us to set up the stack to accommodate that?
His Majesty Lord GM.
Mhm.
As the player who is not only playing a freighter, but is somebody who has worked in logistics
Uh-huh.
and shipping and receiving and things like that.
It's almost as if I threw the spell intentionally.
There are states like the state of Ohio, which is not too far from me, that tractors can pull triples, which is hooking up 3 trailers back to back to back and pulling them down the road.
Mhm.
Is it more dangerous? Does it take more skill? Does it take a whole different slew of training? Yes,
Mhm.
it absolutely does. Now, I would just need to know if that is something that could possibly somehow be done. The Nathwan Chimera is equipped to, from what I understand, the Chimera itself is that cockpit area, the little U-shaped piece underneath,
Mhm.
and then it hooks the shipping container along the port side up
Correct.
there, which is why you have that huge blind spot when you're in the cockpit. So I don't know if we could stack them or magnet them together, or I'm not going to be able to drag 2 behind me. That's where the thrusters are. That doesn't make sense. But if there is a way that you are about to tell me that I can hook multiple shipping containers together, that would be Chav's first choice.
Yes. I mean, in the realm of science fiction, there are multiple ways containers could be transported. In fact, there's a giant ship that carries thousands of shipping containers that Chav had revealed to me a while back. By
Which
way
is
of
true, but also it's equipped like it is designed to do that.
right with
I'm not
magnitude and all.
sure
But
if the
there,
Nathwan Chimera is supposed to do that.
but that being the case, with the thought of magnetization in mind, they have utilized magnetized locking mechanisms to stack containers in a way to make them more easily transportable. However, it does increase the encumbrance capacity of the ship and makes it harder to pilot. But yes, I brought this up because I didn't want to bog us down with multiple ships trying to pull out one container.
Well,
Or
not
three
trying to pull out one container,
3
but
containers.
I mean, quite literally, like not knowing that was going to be a possibility with the equipment that we had. The Nathwan Chimera can be remote piloted, so Chav
Yeah.
could fly the Chimera and the fire spray. Or I guess he could pilot the Chimera and the VCX, but he would really not want to pilot the VCX.
So that being said, yeah, it would just increase your or penalize your handling, ship handling, and I think it's going to probably max out your encumbrance. I think.
Well, I'm not thinking about. I mean, we're gonna have to come back then for Chav's shipping container, in some way, shape, or form. Actually, we can hook that up to the VCX.
And just
One
go in
ship
naked.
one ship out.
Good.
I will say though, just because, again, this is real life science fiction overlapping. In real life, to hook up a set of doubles, I know that, and then this also includes a pre-trip. We gave our drivers 20 minutes to do it. The pre-trip would take about 10 of those minutes. So if I'm talking about hooking up triples, it's still probably going to take about, I mean, IRL 20 minutes would be the guess time. I do know some of my drivers who had like 30 years of experience that could do a hook a set of doubles in 5 if they needed to.
Damn.
Yeah. But these are also this kind of
That's
drivers
without the
who can-
power of magnetism.
That's without the power of magnetism. Also,
The
we're
power of
talking about
magnetism.
actually hooking up, going to the back, making sure that your fifth wheel is locked, and then raising the landing gear with a crank. So yes, it does take extra time. But these are also the drivers that I was talking to that could back up a set of doubles, which you're not supposed to do. It's illegal because it's dangerous.
And they do it.
Sounds
Yes.
about right for Chavisto. Yeah.
It sounds like Chavisto.
Yeah, it sounds like Chavisto.
So that being said, yes, that can be done. However, you're going to need a crane or something to rearrange the stack.
Are you sure? I can't just hook up to the Chimera, drop it where I need to?
That too. You could just do it on the fly and have somebody on the ground to activate the magnet locks. So yeah, you could lower yourself down onto the container, lift up.
You could be on the ground.
Honestly, I could be on the ground.
Fair enough. That's right. You remote flying. I keep forgetting you have this tool at your disposal.
So,
Worst case scenario, Oho
Yeah.
just lifts.
That's another possibility. You know what? This is we've talked a lot.
We have so many
As far
options.
as the
just
containers
gotta
is
do it.
concerned, just get Chev in there. I'll handle the rest.
There you go.
3
right.
containers are coming out. And because they're all going to be on the Chimera, I think then that the comm jammer is going to be safe for all of the slaves.
So
That definitely puts the retcon. Chav goes, I'm going to fly in with the Chimera, and I'm going to set up the comm jammer. We're going to magnetize them together, and so long as we can get that anti-aircraft taken out, maybe that might be a good spot for a second and or third ship, because I don't know how many of them I could take out on a first pass. I'm great at flying the Chimera, but she's no starfighter, nor is she a bomber.
Hey, Raul, how's Reaper feeling?
Oh no, not Reaper. He's still
Unfortunate.
grounded.
Actually, he's feeling very
Absolutely not.
discombobulated right now.
my interior design is questionable.
Reaper's
I will-
grounded because he shot up an entire spaceport.
Yeah, I think this is
Listen.
very the place for him.
He meant well. All right. He
Did
meant
he?
well.
He meant well for who?
I haven't figured that out yet. I'll get back to you.
Capabilities.
Muting himself.
Okay, so just so we can get started on this mission.
Hmm.
Clean recap is Chav is on the Chimera with the MC container to attempt to basically take some of the captives with him, at least on the first pass, as many as he can. If we use a second ship, potentially use a second ship for that as well. We are using the gliders for Oho and Ego to arrive from the most southern region. I also want to point out, depending on what this electric area is, I don't know if I would know this, Tarzan, or not, but like, would a well-placed sniper shot trigger enough to, not even one, because technically speaking, let's remind ourselves, I literally have a sniper rifle that I can change so it doesn't even like make a noise or it has a trail. So I could literally shoot that like from a distance, from a sniper distance. I can shoot to that container as many times as necessary and until it blows up, and there would be no like sound of shot or even like a beam to guide a track or
Trace,
anything.
yeah.
So I could take my time with it, depending on how many.
Furthermore, I'm assuming that this anti-aircraft defense runs on power, so that makes my job easier. Unless they are independently powered, which could be a thing
I do
if
have a
these people are
question.
dumb.
I do have a question. Rawl, whereabouts are you placed in the plan location wise on the map?
Are you running decoy?
Most likely running decoy, yes. And as also with as far as the blowing up of the generator, we have the stealth droid. We could just rig it to explode on the generator.
Waste the droid on one mission? No. It's a stealth droid. We could use that
don't even
droid
know
for
if it
many
actually
other
works.
things.
Yeah, if we were in a like
definitely don't want to try it.
do that. If we were in a like it's this droid or it's us situation, happily, but
That
something like
that
this.
droid might come in handy in the future. There's many ways to get this thing blown up without having to waste a resource that is a rare resource.
Theoretically, also because we are sending. Sorry, I'll go back into character. Theoretically, since we are sending Ego into this building to have a conversation that could potentially go south, not to say that Ego is not persuasive, but I mean, people get angry and things like that happen.
I will be with Ego.
You will be with Ego. So if Raul is the one doing the generator dirty, then you don't got to worry about it. You can just focus on making sure that Ego gets out.
We can do that. We can also have Dove and Cash from a distance distract the guards, keep firepower from a distant location, concealed enough so that they are not within visibility and they can retreat if needed. While this is happening, I can try to bring Ego in. You can keep an eye on the containers. And Rawl, if Rawl doesn't need to do as much of a decoy, then perhaps Rawl could actually focus on hacking into the system and try to find out more about what's happening inside, see if they have colors, see if we can deactivate it, see if we can destroy the comms or anything else that may be operating. It would be a better use, especially if this time we're actually going to be loud. It doesn't matter if they know or notice that something is being hacked because we will be keeping them busy.
Well, that's the thing. I can't be both. I can't hack and also be a distraction. I have to choose.
Hacking is a distraction.
And above table, I'm doing this as a way of like, in case Tarzan is interested, to have Dove and Kesh, who are players but are not here, help us without having to be rolling for them all the time. We just be like, hey, there's firepower and there's shit going on this direction. Yeah. People are looking this way, while we, the people that are currently here, we can actually do things.
No, that was 100% the intent.
Raul, distraction one is you blowing up a generator. Distraction number two would be, I mean, honestly, anybody out that they send out on foot is being taken out by Dove and Cash. I think that then you'd have enough cover to do whatever you need to do.
Raul, I'll take care of the generator.
Yeah.
Then, right, I will outfit the Jaeger with the heavy repeating blaster and give it to Dove. Dove and Kesh can hang out on the outskirts, cause mayhem and absolute destruction.
We can hit the checkpoint to the south, which will open up the shipping yards for entry from the west, make your path to the administration building that much easier.
Swap those.
We have
right.
So we have Kesh and Dove attacking from the north.
South.
To keep their focus.
Swap those. Yeah. So have Dove and Kesh at the west gate so we can approach from the south.
Oh, you want?
Yes. Well, south is where the containers are and where the building, the operation building is. So if we attack from that section, everybody's going to be literally.
It's not going to be. It's not going to be that close to you guys. It's off. It's going to be off map. From what they're going to be hitting.
Okay. We trust that we obviously are placing them in whatever would be the best,
Yeah.
the most advantageous position for the infiltration.
Yeah, no. So Dove and Kesh are going to be off map to the south, which will draw a lot of the forces away, especially with Dove in her power armor, flying around like a superhero.
Yeah, give the partner to Cash. Or not the partner, the Jaeger.
Yeah. Yeah, he's probably going to need the mobility more
I'm
than.
gonna give them the Jaeger.
I promise to treat it as if it was my own vehicle.
Cash
I
and
get
Jaeger.
one scratch on that thing. It's your ass.
If you do recall, I was the one trying to keep the truck in pristine condition, and you all kept trashing it.
Don't
truck
say
was a
you
piece of
all.
shit
That
anyway.
wasn't me.
That's
The truck was a POS anyway, almost as bad as the VCX.
Please don't talk about the truck.
Yeah, he's not going to be able to get his deposit back on that.
We have our orders in.
So we have a plan. Dove and I hit from the south, draw away as much of the fighting forces as possible. Break contact should we make contact with the Magna Guard, because as much as I trust myself in combat, those Magna Guards are not going to be easy to take down.
And
Yeah,
as
but the
far
priority.
as answering, right, and as far as answering your question earlier, Chav, as to where to take them, I'm sure we all know a certain green-skinned individual who could help with that endeavor.
Help me out here. Well, actually, to be
God.
honest, no. Literally, Chav's just going, no, don't say it. Don't say it.
Took me a second as well, too.
Oh, yes.
Chav is just
Indeed.
going to start rubbing his temples and go, I'll make a call.
He's helped us out in the past. You know he's good for it.
Yeah, he is. He's the best man for it. Motherfucker. All right, after I pick those containers up, I'm going right off world, so you guys are going to be without me for a minute. Because I'm not landing on this planet
Fine.
and taking them away.
Well, that's fine. We'll make it back to the VCX and get off planet or wherever else we need to go. Meet with Hondo after. That's fine.
Well, with that, Chav will excuse himself. He knows this is part of the deal, and whether or not you want to do the conversation now, if you want to do it later, or if you want me and Victor to talk about the logistics behind the scenes, Chav is going to call the Hawkbat.
That'll be behind the scenes for sure.
Heard, Chef.
Oh man, I was so ready.
We'll do a teaser at the end of the session. For now, let's move the story along to the actual mission itself. Ladies and gentlemen, we are at the halfway point for tonight's episode. So this calls for the perfect time to take a quick 5-minute intermission break to resituate ourselves, get prepared for the mission to come with the potential of blowback from the Black Sun. Who knows? We'll see how it plays out. You don't want to miss it. So take a quick bio break. Whatever you got to do, come back to us in about 5 minutes. We'll see you guys shortly. TB Dice Adventures, please don't forget to mute your mics. We'll be back.
Be there or be square.
Hello and welcome back, all you wonderful. Hello and welcome back, all you wonderful Tubi Dicers. It's your boy, Daddy Tarzan. We're here to have a good time, not here for a long time, kind of thing. But we're gonna make the most of it while we can. That being said, we last left off with the party finalizing their plan. Chav making a quick call to a friend. Term used loosely. One being Guy Hawk, also known as Hawkbat, by his code handle, and arranges for transportation of these slaves that will now be liberated here shortly. All the pieces making for their intended destinations. Dove and Kesh making to a high vantage point to the south to create a distraction sizable enough to draw away some of the main fighting force from the sector of the shipping yards where the administration building is, as well as potentially drawing away the Magna Guards that stand by, protecting the Black Sun representative inside the administration building. Chav making final adjustments to the Nothorn Chimera to compensate for a larger load than usual. Transporting 3 connexes at the same time is doable. However, it does require some more lift than usual to accommodate, especially for a container carrying 100 individuals per container. A lot of weight's got to be compensated for, and he makes those fine-tuned adjustments. Raw, you run through some practice slicing scenarios to help hone your skills. These last few attempts that you've made with the cybernetic brain augmentation haven't been as successful as you would like them to be. You've managed to avoid detection for the most part. However, you'd still not get the intended results that you were hoping for. So you pull up a couple of slicing practice scenarios and go through them to help hone yourself for the upcoming mission. Oh-ho.
How long does that take me?
You're not going to be doing it for very long, but yeah, it's just just a quick little net run, if you will. Cyberpunk reference. Ego.
Hey.
and Oho. Going over the Imperial Sky Swoopers, making sure they're properly fueled and ready. Walking each other through the infiltration process, what to do once your boots are on the ground. Stay close to me. Don't wander. Move when I move. Hide when I hide. Tension is rising in these final moments as you guys prepare for to disembark. Before we act on this, is there any final exchanges before we push off.
I would like to note again that the heavy repeating blaster is getting welded to the Jaeger,
It's obnoxious.
so that Dove and Kesh can use that. Hey, they're decoying. Be obnoxious. Yeah, and if there's time, Raw is going to try and get the stealth robot at least operational, not like any kind of higher processing or anything, just able to take basic command kind of thing.
The shipping yard is just across the way. It's not that you're not gonna have that much time to work on anything more than prepping for taking off for this mission. But you get you have enough time to retrofit the heavy repeating rifle blaster to the Jaeger. Sure, easy enough. Just attach a gooseneck to support a mounted weapon, such as a heavy repeating or a heavy repeater, and yeah, and Cash looks at it curiously. Well, I suppose if shit hits the fan, that will prove to be quite useful.
Better safe than sorry.
Indeed. Good luck to you out there. And with that,
Good luck to you. All eyes will be looking on you, my friend.
he mounts the Jaeger. The engines spin up and throttles the engine and takes off in the distance towards the south to find an elevated position to take up watch. Go ahead.
I will say that the one thing that Oho did do, he took the time to swap his kyber crystals. So he's not using currently his shadow crystal. He's using his amber crystal.
Okay.
Just because that makes the lightsaber deal more damage, and he knows that he's currently facing he hopes he's not going to need to use it, but if he does, these things require like heavy lifting. So and he knows that they're already going in with guns up like with a lot of noise, so he's not worried about the lightsaber.
So
not
switching
being
out the
as
ghost
strong.
fire for your normal crystal to generate more heat. Easy enough.
Literally.
Everyone begins to head to their destinations. Shav, you're probably going to be the last to depart as you are only a short flight away. Or would you go in on foot?
I can't safely get it. I mean, I could potentially stealth in, but I think that it would probably be better off for me to be on the Chimera solo, probably maintaining a safe distance, waiting for the go-ahead over comms, and then almost literally punch it in that direction.
Gotcha. Are you going to be airborne already or on the ground waiting?
Airborne already, so that it's not takeoff procedures or anything like that. Literally, I can point the nose and accelerate.
Gotcha. You give air traffic control some kind of loose. I'm doing a flight run just to stretch the thrusters.
What is it? Well, that's not really going to work. We installed some new gaskets in on the thrusters. I need to run it for a little bit, let them kind of wear in a little bit, so I can tighten them back in.
Gotcha. Yeah, giving air traffic control kind of a loosely based flight plan, so they know that they can't expect you back and whatnot, and that you'll still be within the airspace of Black Spire Outpost, giving you that leeway or that open-endedness to be able to fly in quickly and make your getaway with the containers. Rawl, you approach the shipping yards on foot, just to the west. Ego and Oho. As soon as Chav gets airborne, you guys are left on the docks with your sky swoopers. Any last words?
Ominous, Tarzan, ominous.
I would
think
like it to make
Ego-
it known that. Go ahead.
Go ahead. No. Go ahead.
Oh,
I'm gonna talk to your
damn,
brother.
the
Go ahead.
lag is so bad. I would like to make it known that Rawl did in fact charge his suit battery this time. Okay, it's fully charged
Wait, say again?
for his stealth suit.
Charged his
For his
suit
stealth suit.
battery.
Got it. Easy
It's a
enough.
good Tarzan. We are all doing preparations so that if we roll like threats or anything or a failure, that our equipment doesn't die.
All right. Just
I'm
don't roll
open to
this-
complications, not that one.
Very well.
That one, no.
All right. Ego, Oho, it is currently 10 p.m. planet side. Ego, I believe you said you have some words for Oho.
Honestly, I think Jesus. I think as they're prepping, I think Oho is going to. They're going to stop a bit away for Oho to do the sniper shot first. I think. So I think as they're preparing to do that, Ego doesn't have hesitation in his voice, but he is quiet as he says to you, "You know, the last time I tried to do something like this, and this is not a comparable situation, the circumstances are very different. There's a much more formal plan. But I just have this and I'm on board. Like he's qualifying everything that he's saying as he says it. It's like I'm fully on board and happy to go through with this whatever.
I like to add
I
pressure to
just
this as you start listing things. Oho goes from like working on the glider and prepping the stuff. He just kind of hears the hesitation and then just turns and now he's just looking at you completely like unreadable. It's just like
I and I think with the pressure of you just facing him, he's just like, I almost lost everything last time, so I need you to tell me that that's not going to happen this time, and I will believe you.
I cannot tell you that.
You could lie.
Why?
I don't know. It's reassuring sometimes.
You see that he sort of like looks away for a moment. He has a consideration about that. I mean, he's done infiltration. He's like, I mean, this guy basically became a moth for a period of time and gave hell to an entire station. But it seems it's almost as if he's thinking about this concept of like lying right now, as if it's a completely different thing. And then my brother and I have had to live always with a sense of certainty that every moment that we live is a moment that we manage to steal away from a time that was not meant to be ours because others wanted to take it away. So we focus on the fact that things may come to an end. And so we do what we can, always knowing that that could be the possibility. The idea that we could lie about something as simple as that seems unjust and dishonorable to the very thought of the possibility of fighting even when things are coming to an end. If you fear them coming to an end, then what stops you from mistakenly believing a dangerous situation is the last situation? And then you may decide to believe that it is the end before it actually was meant to be. So was it always meant to be the end? Or did you turn it into the end by thinking it so?
That's profound. That's good.
He doesn't have anything to say to that. He takes your words in. And you see him begin to relax, but it's not so much what you said, but the fact that you said anything at all. I think he takes reassurance in the fact that you're going to be there somewhere. Maybe he won't see you, but you'll still be there. And it's already a different circumstance than the last time because he was alone. So he starts putting the gear on.
I think as you start putting the gear on, then you suddenly hear, I do have some, you know.
Somewhat.
Lies, I suppose. Things that I like to tell myself about how things will end up in the end. Even though when I consider the life my brother and I have lived and continue to live, the things we continue to face, it is harder and harder sometimes to believe that there could ever be a possibility.
Well, I'm not one that really prescribes to a determinist kind of future. So I feel like you and your brother, and honestly, most of the people that we have in this crew, are makers of their own futures. So maybe your lies aren't lies.
To make this work.
It'll work.
So, and then he just leaves. It's about to say something, just as a okay, yeah, no, check. And then
Clip
he's
that
ready to
chat.
go.
Clip that.
Yeah.
I think as you turn away, Ego's just like, I don't know what Cash was thinking.
So,
Thinking back to the conversation in Hondo's place.
you guys make board your vessels, ascend into the night sky, creeping up on 11 p.m. as you guys begin this operation. Again, it's just a short hop, skip, and a jump, making your way to the shipping yards. So you're not airborne long before you're already cresting over the perimeter fencing of the shipyard, entering into the airspace directly above. Utilizing the cover of darkness and your elevation to obscure line of sight on these two sky swoopers designed for stealth infiltration and guerrilla tactics. You two find yourselves positioned directly above the shipyard and prepared to make your entry. It is at this time I'm going to ask for an order of operations from the party. What is your guys' first step?
I believe that the first step would be Ojo, and after Ojo and lands in a vantage point from that he has close to where he's going to help Ego move through, so that he can shoot at the generator. So the generator getting destroyed is basically the green light for Dove and um, Kesh to basically open fire. So that way both things happen simultaneously. It's like literally goes lights off, and as lights are off and people are like, "What's happening?" is just blaster shots, just straight up like so. And that's the chaos that we create of initiation.
Okay.
That then from that allows for the Noho to reconvene with Ego and then proceed to go inside, while Raul then can proceed to do all the hacking, and and Chav is able to then like move into position, because I feel
So
like it's just taking the opportunity of that explosion and then fires that commotion to make
let's
everything just happen at once.
let's go with skill check. Let's go with. Let's have you give me my game table. Have you give me a. You're doing stealth to get the two of you in, getting into a position to oversee the generator, as well as Ego. I think your best advantage point would probably be from the crane. I think with that in mind, you'd probably want to put yourself on the top of the crane, so you'd have the best vantage point of both Ego and that generator. So I'm guessing you would direct Ego to land over by the loading dock to the south, that smaller loading dock for ground transportation.
And ideally, the way that I'm seeing it too is that I don't know that Ojo is actually going to stay back. He's covering Ego, but I don't think Ojo is covering Ego from a distance. I think Ojo is actually moving with Ego. So Ego is on a standby while Ojo takes the shots. The generator blows up, and then
Okay.
Ojo then goes and meets Ego, because
Yeah.
Ojo is basically
Okay,
doing
so-
move with me, like move my stealth.
Yeah, I'm
Becomes
staying
kind of like
airborne.
Okay.
Yeah.
So give me a ranged heavy attack with your sniper rifle then.
yes sir.
And then who is next with their contribution to this skill check encounter?
The next
So
step
long-
would be Dove and Kesh's stuff,
Okay.
and then roll.
Do I need to target something, Tarzan, for this, or
No,
is it
it's just a
long?
general attack, yeah.
Is it a long or extreme range? Long.
From the crane, that would probably be a long distance.
Okay.
Let me break out the ruler here. Oh, nope, that is extreme.
Okay, 1 second. Was dream.
And if you're breaking out the night stinger, that bitch can touch.
Reach out and touch someone.
Let me just do one thing real quick. I need to check. True aim. I'm using true aim to reduce the difficulty. Upgrading a combat check. It says upgrading a combat check once per rank of true aim.
Upgrades ability die to a proficiency.
Oh, okay, so the green to yellow.
Yes.
Okay, perfect.
If you don't have any green to upgrade, then it just adds a green.
I do.
Okay.
4 successes, 1 threat, 1 triumph.
Whew. Okay.
Damage 14.
And with a triumph, we can safely attribute that to striking a vital component on the generator to only warrant a singular shot from Oho.
Yeah, I'd say that Oho just takes a moment to look through the scope, looking at the device, looking at the little points, looking at all the command, like the little regulators and stuff, and then like takes a moment, takes a breath, exhales, and then it's that. It literally is just it's a close up on the finger, pulling the trigger, but literally there is nothing after that until the moment of the explosion. Because there's no blaster shot, no sound, nothing. It literally is just as if magically the trigger finger pulling just makes a second moment later makes the thing explode.
So for the audience, the Nightstinger blaster rifle has the capability of switching from a traditional blaster bolt that produces sound and a visible tracer to see where the shot is coming from. It can make the blaster bolt invisible to the naked eye and silence the shot entirely to not be perceivable. This is what the assassin of the group has managed to get his hands on poetically after it was just used on his party to inflict emotional damage as well as physical damage to some friends of the party. So, single shot straight to the command console. No, you would probably want to target, not the console itself, you would want to target a vital component of a generator to disable it entirely to stop power supply to a large section of the shipyard. So, the most notable being probably taking out the turbine that generates the power. Excuse the slurping, I just ate an airhead. So yeah, you take out the turbine, seizing up the generator entirely. There's just this ear-splitting, grinding sound of metal as the bolt impacts into the generator's turbine, seizing up its rotors, and a subsequent a cascading wave of blackness sweeping out from the origin point of the generator to a large portion of the north section of the shipping yards. Immediately loses power. The generator itself, mere seconds later, detonates. Soon thereafter, blaster fire can be heard about a half mile down to the south of you. You can see several shots raining down from a tower, as well as a flurry of blaster bolts being slung downrange at the southern checkpoint of the shipping yards. Very notable, imposing figure on the ground towards the south, leveling these shots from a light repeating blaster mounted to her armor. As Dove is just unleashing into the shipping yard, drawing attention. It does not take long before the shipping yard goes into full alert, and men begin to disperse, reacting to the conflict. And repositioning for the attack. Let's give her a... What would this be? What would this be between Dove and Cash? This would probably be... So we already did a weapon attack. What would this be? A coordination? Yeah, this would be a coordination. We'll have Cash do a coordination check with Dove assisting, so that gives him another blue die. Hard difficulty. I'm going to cash in a dark side token to upgrade that challenge to difficulty to a challenge of 1. And that should do it. Let's see. Sheesh. Throw a guy a bone here. Where are you guys getting all those freaking bonuses from? This guy's got 6 ranking stalkers. Holy crap. So yeah. Between the two of them, they are very easily able to draw attention from the security staff, and you'll quickly take notice that a lot of it is primarily Black Sun. That's going to be or Kesh and Dove's go. Next up in the skill check encounter.
If I may,
Raw has.
I'll just say that the Oho's focus goes then to the office building. Thermal is on just to keep an eye on things, as he's just going to be keeping an eye on that. And then when Ego comes down, his focus is going to be on Ego to potentially meet with them, like either glide to them or just move to meet.
We'll get to that in the subsequent check. All right, Rawl.
Where is Ego right now currently?
Airborne.
I'm walking in the air.
And the only terminal that Raw can really get access to right now is the one that's inside the office building.
There's some computer jacks on the exterior that you can get to. That's how you initially did. That's how you initially probed the first time.
Yeah, sure. Okay. Yeah, Rawl's gonna, with his stealth suit activated, stealth his way to those jacks.
Okay.
He's gonna have one of those knockout grenades handy in his hand while he does this, and then he's gonna jack in and start doing fang.
Oh yeah. Is that right?
Yeah.
What is your priority? Stealthing or slicing?
Since the stealth suit automatically gives 1 success, he's probably going to be slicing. He's just going to rely on the force of the stealth and see what happens. Just get there as quickly as possible while everyone's distracted.
Sounds good. All right, give me a hard computers check.
I would love to. Sessions is not a bang right now. Being very bad. You're also muted, Victor. If you could unmute me, or not unmute me, roll for me again. Sorry, because I cannot. It takes forever a day for the freaking roll to. So.
All right. Computers check for Rawl. Hard difficulty. You've already probed it once, so I'll give you a boost
You
die.
can also you can also throw in the no, mechanics. Never mind. As I was. We're good.
All right. Yeah, we'll give it a boost die for the previous probe attempt. Let's do it. Okay, that should do just nicely. Wait, shit, didn't I say last time it was a challengeable one? Let's see.
You did.
It was a challengeable one last time? Let's see.
Sure was.
Okay, so let's re-roll that difficulty. Re-roll negative dice. A single die. Let's do a single die. Ah, that's not what I wanted. There we go.
Not the anime fandom ending that I wanted. What are we doing?
Ugh. Let's just re-roll it. No. Oh, you're all right, first roll. Okay, we're just gonna take that first die, re-roll it singularly. So this is not working the way I thought it would work. So your first attempt was 1 success, 1 triumph, 2 advantages. Oh no.
Oh yes.
Oh no, that makes it worse.
Yep.
Okay, so that's 3 failures, 1 threat, 1 triumph. Okay, so it plays out the exact same as last time, because I believe this is the same, almost exactly the same result that you got last time. Was you're not immediately discovered, however, or your slicing attempt is discovered, however, your position is not given away. Exact same scenario all over again. That initial firewall is just a bitch to get past without being spotted. So
Are we in turn by turn combat right now?
No.
Or no.
No.
Like this is just general order of operations. Okay.
Yeah.
If that's the case, Raw noting that he can't get in, he's gonna jump on the partner and hop up on top of the building, like super fast, because he can jump 15 meters in the air. So
we'll get to that point here in a moment. We're just gonna resolve all the initial stuff first. Okay. After Rawls' input is Chav, I believe. Chav, give me. Go ahead and give me that infamous piloting check. Space, please.
For the record, Chav doesn't move until he's told. Like towards there until he gets verbal confirmation it is time for him to come in. So
Okay.
if he has that, he will. Like if somebody's like, yeah, no, we're good for the Chimera to come in and start doing its thing.
Fair enough.
But I have not heard that yet.
Fair enough.
So
Is
if
there
this is just a general piloting check to make sure that I'm flying casually? Sure. But if it doesn't make sense, we could just head back to the top of the round.
Let's go, Visto.
Well, there's that. Alrighty. So planetary. Me double checking. So, I believe that I've done this before.
Not planetary space. You're piloting a space vessel.
But I'm doing it. It doesn't matter. It's the same role. My question, I believe that this has happened. You know what? It doesn't even matter. I'm looking at how this roll is. What is my difficulty? My goal. is, now that I've been told to come in, fly right to that area and discover if I need. Well, I am going to be hopping out afterwards.
Getting to ground and prepping the containers. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that being said, let's also give that a hard difficulty.
Okie dokie.
Just a quick in and out and disembark.
Six successes, 2 advantages.
That's gross. All right.
Excuse me, the other 2 of the other 3 people who rolled already got triumphs. All right.
Yeah. So you spend a lot of the initial skill encounter piloting as nonchalantly as possible to not draw attention to the Nothlin prior to your initial approach to the shipyard. So you're just...
Actually, this might double, because I hope that everything's good. On my approach, are the anti-aircraft guns down, or do they need to be taken care of?
They do not appear to be active at this moment. There's potentially a hard reset system that needs to take place first before the guns can be activated. I mean, despite it's more than safe to assume that they have some type of backup generator, because they don't. I mean, you're not going to want to have your defenses wholly dependent on a singular power source. However, it takes a moment to transition from that primary source of power to a secondary source of power. So it is not
like a minute, like a turn.
I'd say probably if we were in a combat encounter, I would say it would probably take about 2 turns before those guns were back up and active.
Heard, Chef.
So that being said, we're back at the top. I'm assuming we're kicking things back off with Oho and Ego going to ground. So that being the case, I need...
Can I do a mighty perception check? Just because I didn't roll anything last round.
That is fair. Go ahead and give me that perception check. Yeah.
Difficulty? Or just straight?
This will be a hard difficulty as well. A lot of factors to take in. All right, 3 successes.
3 successes.
With that, you spot 2 Magna Guard droids being deployed to the south.
All right. It's 2 out of 4. I give the people to the south a heads up of incoming.
2 dangerously psychotic droids heading your way. All right. Okay. Top of the round. Now is the time to get up close and personal with the administration building. Oh, give me that stealth check. Actually, I lied. Ego, you're giving me the stealth check.
Am I?
Yes, but you are getting boosted from Oho's skills in ranks and skill.
Just being near Oho is making you more stealthy.
So, Oho, what's your ranks in stealth?
Ranks in stealth, you say? Those are the yellow thingies, am I correct?
Yeah.
That will be 6.
Oh shit! Yeah. Yeah, that's yeah, with Ego's stealth being lower than Oho's, we're gonna have Ego do the stealth check. However, you get bumps in the skill because of your close proximity to Oho and his guidance.
I
So,
will put. Yeah, I'm also guiding from above, so you'll probably have him in your earpiece the whole time, sort of like letting you know like when to drop, where to go, where to hold. If at any point there is anything that looks like there may be danger going Ego's way, probably I would throw a shot just to like get shit going in a different direction.
We love instructions. So the boosts are boost die?
no, you upgrade your skills, or
Oh, upgrade the. Okay.
so you get
Right.
6 upgrades. If you don't have, if you have, so you upgrade your skill, your abilities to proficiencies 6 times.
Mhm.
If you already have the skill maxed out, it adds an additional green die to your pool.
Yeah, so just using the little, what's it called, the upgrade die, the one that's yellow and
Mhm.
green, that should make RPG sessions calculate all that, right?
Yes, it should do it automatically for you. So
So just put 6 of those in there.
Okay. Okay. I got it now.
hard difficulty as well.
4, 5, 6. Hard difficulty. Why is everything so hard?
Because there's a lot of moving
That's
pieces.
what she said.
Okay. So that's 2 failures, 6 advantages. So Tarzan, remember when I said, do you have physical dice?
Mm-hmm.
I need you to get a proficiency die and hold it up. Because I'm going to use my specialty, Unmatched Fortune.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to convert 3. I'm going to spend a destiny point
Okay.
and convert 3 of those potentially into benefit for me, because I need you to face a side that has the 2 advantages and then tell me what are around the edges of that.
Spicy.
Interesting. So,
So it's like you can rotate the die one edge.
Yes.
oh, that's so cool.
Fucking cool.
And I can do that 3 times.
That's
So-
pretty cool.
Okay. So, interesting. So, what state this ability one more time?
So I'll read it clearly. Unmatched Fortune. Once per game session. I upgraded this so I can do this twice actually. As an incidental, the character may spend 2 destiny points. I upgraded this so I spend 1 to change the face of one positive die in the character's dice pool to another face adjacent to it. An adjacent face is any die face sharing an edge, not a point, with the rolled face.
Okay.
So which die are you changing?
So I'm changing. I have 3 that are, well, most of them are just all advantages.
Yeah.
So,
So, yeah.
2 of the double advantages and the one that's just single advantage.
Okay, here we go. The first advantage is going to be the first 2 advantages.
Mhm.
You got 5 sides here. A blank,
Mhm.
a success and an advantage, 2 successes, 1 advantage.
I'll take that one.
With
Two
2 successes.
successes.
So I'll take 2 of the 2 successes, and then can you tell me what's facing a single advantage?
Interesting. Very interesting. Oh, God. No, don't do this to me. Ah! Is that really the only one? Oh, God. This is going to be
Why
heartbreaking for me.
does this feel more?
It's a
Probably
triumph.
more OP than Raw's one-hit
It
kill.
is
everything.
OP as fuck. There's a you got a triumph, 2 successes, 2 advantages, 1 success, 1 advantage.
Triumph, thanks.
Oh my
So
god.
this is going
So,
from 2 failures,
that gives
6
me-
advantages, to 2 successes.
Oh, it's going more than more success. Oh yeah.
From 2 failures to 2 successes, down to 1 advantage and 1 triumph, which also gives another success. So 3 successes.
That's disgusting. So you change.
That's fucking awesome.
That's crazy. That is disgusting.
Awesome ability.
So when I said it'll work,
Bravo.
I
Bravo.
meant
Oh,
it'll work.
actually, so RPG Sessions did something really cool that accounts for that ability. If you hover your mouse over your pool, you'll see edit die. And
my
it'll
God.
show you exactly what is on the adjacent faces for you.
Amazing.
That's dope.
That's so cool. They already
Use that.
planned for this skill. That's awesome. So,
If
so there,
only we could do some kind of ad for RPG Sessions or something.
I think we just did. So yeah, you can edit the pool yourself.
But clip it, send it to
Okay.
RPG Sessions.
That's so awesome.
I was about to look up because I feel like in the book somewhere there is like as if somebody had unfolded the die and like how that should look. I was like gonna look up that image and send it, but that's even better.
Yeah,
I also do like the tension of being
kids.
like, "Hey Tarzan, grab a dice because you're going to be."
that was dope. That was a dope little.
Look at me, look at me.
Little
I'm
power
here
flex.
now.
How do you terrify? How do you terrify a DM?
That was a dope. That was a dope move. Ego. Golden buzzers definitely going to you.
Hey yo.
So yeah, once you're done editing your pool, we'll go ahead and move on. That was a successful skill check. I believe we are 4 out of 5 successful checks so far. 'Cause it was Ego, and Oho, Rawl. Rawl failed his, unfortunately. Dove and Kesh, success. Chav, success. Now Ego, success. So you did the perception check at the last round to observe the Magna Guard. So we're at 6 out of 4 successes. Or 5 out of 6 successes.
I don't know if I edited that right. I don't
Am I doing
think
my math right? We only had 1 failed check. So yeah, 5 out of 6. That is so fucking dope. The fact that they planned for this ability on RPG Sessions. Okay. With your new skill check, determined by your broken ability to change fate.
Listen, it's completely valid and written in the book. I didn't do
I
anything.
love it. It's fucking awesome.
I just need XP to make it worse. Oh, also, I can apply this to anyone who's in short range of me. So keep that in mind.
Oh Jesus! It's only once per session, right?
I upgraded it, so it's twice.
Fuck me.
I was gonna.
And once I get more XP, I can extend the range.
That's gross. I hate that.
Hey Victor, I'm gonna need you to do that thing you do at the end of the session where you go, "So Tarzan, we get 300 experience." Because I
Okay.
think I know where it's going.
Let's keep this going. Keep the momentum flowing. We conclude Ego's broken ability because it's awesome, and we're gonna move on to
Dove and
Dove and Kesh, thank you.
Kesh.
Let's see. This is definitely going to be a firefight at this point, so let's see how many they can fight off.
I mean, based off of discussions previous, I do believe that they're going to try to commit wholesale slaughter on the Magna Guards.
All task.
All right. If the Magna Guards aren't here for this round, they are making their way though.
Oh, okay.
They'll be there by the next round. Plenty of advantages to trigger an auto fire feature. Oh yeah, that increases the fucking difficulty die. That's right, for auto fire. So we'll add one more purple, which I don't think is going to change anything. Nope, it doesn't. Well, it does reduce the advantages. How many advantages do you need for auto fire? I think it's 2. Oh, my back. Auto fire. Increase the difficulty of all checks. May trigger multiple times to generate additional hits. And active qualities require 2 advantages. So yeah, not enough to trigger an additional hit. She does fucking put some damage down range though. She just doesn't get multiple hits, unfortunately. That will conclude Kesh and Dove. Let's go ahead and have Kesh also do some damage roll as well with his modified sniper rifle. He's at extreme range, actually. Let's see how he does. All right, no hits, but he does manage to put the fear of God in some of these people. Okay. Raw. Your initial check attempt to slice past the shipyard's firewall results in a secondary alarm being triggered, as you can hear voices inside. What's going on? Somebody's attempting to hack into our systems again. Get out there and find what it is. And you can hear as a metallic series of footfalls stomp their way outside. This triggers your reaction to get aboard your hoverboard and elevate yourself to the rooftop to find a better position to avoid detection.
Which you had stated before was 40 feet tall, correct?
Yes. Yeah. It's a 2-story building. So yeah, about 40 feet. So you get up on the roof. You have your stealth suit activated. Let's go ahead and have you do a stealth roll at this time. Hard difficulty.
And would love to. Cannot.
Ah, shit. It's fun. It's fine. Where are you?
It's fun living out in the boonies.
I can roll it for him if you want me to.
It's I already got it pulled up. Well, you got a boost die from your stealth suit, if I recall, or is it an automatic success?
It's an automatic success. I think he said
Automatic
earlier.
success.
Okay.
Yep.
Hard difficulty.
Yep. You know, Tarzan, if you don't want to roll for him all the time, you just say he succeeds.
Mm-hmm.
Could do that.
I'm gonna pass it to you, Victor, just so I'm not rolling any failures on my players' characters. So if you guys fail, it's on you.
See.
All right. Dice is in your pool. Damn.
So build the pool, I suppose.
I'd like to give him my triumph.
Fair enough. That
I
succeeds.
also have a triumph. You don't have to.
That will succeed then.
I mean, it makes sense, especially if you're going for rooftop. Ojo is currently helping Ego to get to that building. You are getting on a rooftop trying to hack in the area of that building, and from his vantage point, he probably can see you. So through comms, he probably would be able to also like help you out if he sees like you may be in a bit of a bind, being him the stealthy of the brothers.
Fair enough. All right, and yeah, you managed to avoid crossing right in front of the spotlight tower that's on top of the building, and avoid getting spotted by the guard up there. Luckily, but they temporarily do not have power, sufficient power to power that spotlight, so they are sitting in the dark. But with Ojo's thermal vision, he's able to give you a call out, shift position, elevate, transition, and you get on top of the building stealthily, as stealthy, non stealth focused stealth person could get. A lot of stealth in that sentence. And yeah, you avoid detection for both the Magna Guard that was just deployed and the guard on the rooftop. All right. So that's going to be Rawl. Last in this round is going to be Chav.
So remind me where I got to with my check last time, because step 1, fly to the location.
Well, no one has expressed indicated that they are ready for you to swoop in yet, so I still have you flying.
Ego did.
Oh, Ego said to go on?
Ego said, "Do your thing, Visto."
Okay, then yeah, you're diving into the airspace of the shipping yard.
So last turn got me into the shipping yard. I didn't make any progress beyond there.
You are now over top of the connexes where the slaves are at, and you are now lowering above to secure the first connex. I'm assuming you deploy the gangplank at this time so you could get to ground and start securing the magna locks to...
Excuse me, Tarzan? Hit the ground. Deploy a gangplank. Alrighty. Okay. So instead of actually lowering all the way to the ground, the first thing that Chav is going to do is, since he is remote piloting from the airlock of the starboard side of the Northland Chimera, he's going to then lower just enough, pop the side hatch, and going to use his exo glove, hitting the ceiling of the Northland Chimera and rappel down to it so the Chimera doesn't have to land.
That's what I was getting at.
Yeah.
Superhero landing style.
Once I'm down there, because it might be easier than the Chimera itself, is there anything akin to, I don't know, a super sci-fi forklift that one might be able to use some sort of loading arm, something to maneuver these a little bit better than a ship would, since it is fine-tuning?
There is a binary loading bulk lifting load droid in standby by the generator to the east. That's currently being recharged. But yeah, you can activate that droid and get it, command it to reorganize the loadout of the containers.
But it's a droid.
Yes.
I'm going to need access for that, aren't I?
Probably.
I'm just going to listen to somebody. All right, fuck it, we ball. Yeah, I'm going to, by hand, wait to initiate the maglocks as I need to, and remote pilot the Northland Chimera to reposition the containers in a... Honestly, number one priority is safety of the occupants. I'm not jerking this container around. or anything of that nature to cause them any unnecessary damage and or distress. Beyond that would be speed. Actually, beyond that would be securement. I'm going to do it in a way that they actually stay together. And then after that would be speed.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a mechanics check to situate the connexes, to secure them one by one in a single row, so that way the Chimera can transport them in one go. Let's call this an average difficulty with your experience. I'll give you a boost die as well with handling these types of containers.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'll take that. I think that I got the time, so we're just going to let that go as is.
Okay.
3 success, 2 threats.
Okay. With the 2 threats, that's going to take the form of strain. Your experience, you know how to set these up, and
I know how to do the strain. Just let me know how to role play the strain. How much strain am I taking with
2 points?
Threats? Okay, gotcha. The strain is going to be like me trying to fine tune it, where it is like knowing I can do this a little bit faster if I just could, and that's when, like, yes, it's trying to lower in, but instead of like repositioning the whole Northwind Chimera, I instead hook shot with the exo glove and physically pull sideways to try to, like, with it being above, it's literally just turning on a pivot. So it's not like I'm moving a whole shipping container by myself. It's just literally using that to fine tune it so that I don't have to reposition every 2.5 seconds until I get the perfect hit.
Right. Exactly. That's really good. I like it. Okay, that's gonna.
The exo glove, fun fact, is supposed to be used for handling heavy material. I just use it in combat and for maneuverability.
and use it, you do.
So at the end of this, do I have all 3 of them hooked up, ready to go?
I will say you'll have 2 of them. You still have to get one more locked into place, but it is prepared and ready. You just have to elevate, reposition, and then secure it. So you just have one more round to go. That being said, that will bring us back to the top. Okay. Oh, I'm assuming by this point you see Ego approaching the administration building after spotting the Magna Guard droid being deployed. What's your next course of action at this point? No one has been explicitly discovered. They are just reactionary at this moment, trying to figure out what the hell's going on.
Just to be sure, at present, we only see 2 Magna Guards heading in the direction of Kesh.
Two went to the south towards Dove and Kesh. One just deployed outside of the administration building.
Perfect. Is this still, quote unquote, round 2?
This would be round 3.
Okay, so this is the beginning of the new one.
Yes.
Gotcha, perfect. Because the previous one, I didn't do anything, but that's good because technically using the sniper rifle, I require for me to actually do a double.
The slow fire feature,
an extra round for the slow fire.
Yep.
Great. Since that is being the case, we are going to put this to the test, I guess.
Ooh.
We know, as far as we know, there are 4 total. 2 are currently handling the outside situation. 1 is guarding the door. And I'm assuming it's because the Black Sun individual is basically being like, go to the door, guard the door, nobody comes through. And the other one is, you stay close to me because if somebody comes in here, you're going to protect me.
That's a reasonable assumption.
And so what Oho is going to do is, well, I guess there's no time like the present to test out this sniper rifle on a Magna Guard.
Oh God.
And
All right.
so Oho, I'm going to say that as my maneuver from the previous round, since I
Okay.
was taking my action to reload, I was actually taking precise aim,
Okay.
which means that it reduces the defense of a target by rank. I only have one, so it reduces their defenses by one.
Okie dokie.
Um, and then what is, sorry, I'm trying to look at all the different things that I have, which are plenty. Game and film check per once per round. Okay, and the upgrade. Okay, so do we have targets for me to click on the board
Let me take
for this attack?
look real quick. One
Just double clicking.
second. Galactic Underworld. I need droids. Where are my droids? Where are my droids at? General NPCs, combatants? No, it's gonna be droids. Assassins, B2s. There they are. IG 100 Magna Guard droids. Okay. There's one. There's two. Okay. Let me reveal this bad boy to you so you may be able to target him should you please. There he is. I'll hide Hondo and Dr. Trayvon as they are not present. So there's less clutter. There we go. And yeah, you should be able to see him now. This is going to be interesting. I'm very curious as to how you do against this droid. Jeez.
You muted Victor.
I said, bear with me. Lots of things to put together. Okay, so let me find the target. This is the rifle, and then Magna Guard Extreme. So how do we account for the lowering the defense of the target when I'm building the pool?
It's going to show up in the form of a setback die. You just remove one setback die per rank of that ability.
Setback die mean the
black
purple.
D6.
Oh, the black D6. So I remove that setback die.
Correct.
Okay, so I remove that setback die. And so that is what allows me to do precise aim from last round. I'm precise aiming because of the fact that this character has not acted yet in this. It also allows me to do what it's called Quick Strike, which is an assassin ability, which allows me to get another blue six-sided die.
The boost die, yep.
Boost die. Sorry, just making sure that I'm using everything. Precise aim, true
You're
aim.
definitely going to want everything you could possibly have.
I am very well aware. I think that is all that I have currently. So I guess we're just going to go with this and see what happens. Okay. Oh!
That is a hit for sure.
Whew. Okay. So this weapon has a pierce quality of 1, which means that any soak that they have is reduced by 1.
Mm-hmm.
And then I have 3 advantages, which means that I also turn this into a crit.
Mm-hmm.
which then also means that I get to use lethal blows,
Yes.
which I have a total of 4 ranks. So that's going to be plus 40.
Yep. Okay.
And then I am also going to use a wonderful thing called Deadly Accuracy, which
Mhm.
allows me to choose to add damage equal to ranks in a combat skill that I choose.
Mhm.
So I'm going to choose the amount of ranks that I have in ranged heavy, which is a
Mhm.
total of 5 ranks. So I'm adding extra 5 points of damage to the total.
Mhm. Is that it?
I am so afraid to say yes and be wrong. Um,
If you're using the assassin tree, there's another similar ability that can stack more damage on. The assassin tree also has. Oh, you
I mean,
don't have anatomy lessons. Oh
I do
no.
have it on. I do have it on Shadow. I do have it on Shadow. I have it on my Shadow tree active. So technically speaking, I can add extra 2 points of damage.
Is it,
'Cause-
with intellect? Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
So, okay,
but that's
nice.
if I spend a destiny point.
I mean, you guys have plenty.
Everybody, I'll use it. So I don't know what the total of that is.
So that's going to
Um,
be 22 points of wounds, plus the bleed out feature that you rolled on the droid.
Noise.
Deadly accuracy, sniper shot, which that just covers distance.
Wait, what does the triumph give me?
You can use that as a another.
Because I have enough advantage for a crit already. I
Yeah,
just don't know if I can use the triumph for something else on that same attack.
you can use it for pretty much anything similar to in 3 advantages. So if you want, you could negate target enemy defensive bonuses for until the end of the current round. Ignore penalizing environments. Dealing damage to a target. Have the attack disable the opponent's or one piece of gear rather than dealing wounds or strain. This could include hobbling the target temporarily with a shot to the leg or causing them to drop their blaster. This you can gain a +1 melee or ranged defense until the end of the active character's next turn. Force the target to drop a weapon it's wielding.
You know what? I mean, if anybody heard any of those that seem like the most useful, do let me know. It seems to me like maybe them dropping whatever they're wielding weapon-wise, even though they're technically not currently facing anyone, is not a bad thing to have them do. Um, they have the bleed out feature. Is there anything that limits their movement
Uh,
in that list? Is it?
you could hobble the target. You only have you can only choose one, so you could either
Yeah,
have them drop the weapon or hobble them to make them move at a slower pace.
I'm gonna hobble them
Okay. All right.
because those
So
guys move fast.
yeah, they can cover a lot of ground. So yeah, you drill a single shot straight to the knee of this IG 100 Magnum droid. Ego, from your perspective, you see as this droid's knee just kind of concaves inward as it reacts to a sudden, imperceivable impact, as its head extends back upward to begin surveying the environment. You watch as it reaches up with one arm, pulls out its electro staff, gives it a twist, and the two ends expand and begin to disperse electrical energy, an electrical energy field, as it goes on high alert and begins to hobble, strafing the walkway to try and find the target that just shot it. That is going to put us in initiative at that point for Rawl, or for Oho and the Magna Guard. So go ahead and roll a initiative. You did 22 points of damage with a Pierce of 1, which ignores 1 point of soak. So 22 minus 7 is 15. 15 points of... Is that right? Is my math right? Take away 2 from 7, that makes it 5, so 5 minus 20 is 15. Alright. Easy peasy. I know how to math. I'm a big kid now. And then I gotta account for his bleed out feature. Every round, the target suffers 1 wound and 1 strain at the beginning of their turn. For every 5 wounds they suffer beyond their wound threshold, they suffer 1 additional critical injury. Roll on the chart, suffering the injury if they suffer this result a second time due to this roll again. Cool. Damn, you fucked his shit up. Nice shot.
Just target practice from when I find the person that I'm actually intending to use this rifle on.
You gotta find them first. Okay, so yeah, this is gonna put Oho and the Magna Guard in a little mini encounter. Let's go ahead and move on to the rest of the group. Rawl, what's your next step?
Can I see from my vantage point? I can see the guard. Can I see the ventilation to the admin building?
Yeah, there's some AC units on top of the structure to the south of you.
Can I get to those without being seen by this guard?
Your DC rolled stealth, so yeah. Mind you, these shafts are not die hard big, okay? So you're not gonna be able to crawl through it if that's your intent.
Oh, I'm not getting in there. Oh no, I have a present that's going.
Oh, your sleeping grenade. That's right. Okay, that's right.
Mm-hmm.
You're going that route. I like it. Okay. I thought you were about to try and John McClane this, and like, you're not crawling through it.
Hell no.
Any grenade.
Hell no. You know how long he spent in that thing? Hell no, Rawl's not going in there.
Okay. So yeah, you can get to the air ducts, no problem, from the AC unit.
Dope. I don't know how many people are in this administration building, so I'm gonna just dump. I have 4, so I'm gonna dump 3 inside this thing. Overkill. Yeah, I know, but hey, who knows?
Okay.
The whole building to go.
All right.
Wait.
Miscommunication of plan execution here, good sir.
Oh.
The office building is where we were trying to get Ego to go in to look at the fallen individual that currently potentially has still 1 Magna Guard in, but we're trying to see if we can get either info or if that person has a remote trigger for colors, if there are colors involved, for that to happen. So technically speaking, what we want from you before we start blowing that building up is more the hacking part.
He's using
To
sleeping grenades to
Not
knock him
blowing it
out.
up.
Oh,
I'm
sleeping
not
grenade.
blowing anybody up.
Oh,
So-
okay, okay. It's
so
still,
he-
Raw's
still
doing
though.
awesome things right now, guys.
Okay,
Chill.
just making sure because Ego at some point will be going into that building, so we don't want Ego to walk in and be like, "Smells weird," and then pass us out. And there's one, and then now we have a Magna Guard just like completely conscious with just two people unconscious in front of him.
Hey,
Yeah.
Oho, does this room smell like chloroform to you?
Okay.
And isn't Ego entering the building from the top anyway? Isn't that not what's happening?
No, he's on the ground right now,
Because
making
you're
his
on
way.
the skyscraper. Oh, okay. I'm staying corrected. Okay.
You're using sleep grenades.
How about this?
Fine.
How about this? Because speaking of free action, Raw is gonna let them know, or let Ego know, that there's a little present going ahead of them, and he's gonna set the grenade to go off in a minute, and he's gonna put it
Oh, you're doing delayed
inside
timer.
the. Correct.
All right. Grenades. Interesting. Mind you, it's
I
not going
should
to be.
able to.
It's not going to be quiet. Stuff is going to make noise. Going down a air duct. So.
Oh, it's one of those. Okay.
What do you mean it's one of those? You're throwing a.
He's throwing
I thought, okay, in
fabric-covered
my
grenade
hey,
into a carpet-lined
in my
air
head,
duct.
in my head, this air duct. When I'm thinking air ducts, there's a fan up top. There's a huge contraption on top of this building that
Oh,
has
you're
a
not-
fan in it that pumps air into the
Oh.
building. Yeah.
Okay, I thought you were just dropping it down
tossing
the
a grenade in there and hoping for the best. No.
Okay, so you're just setting on top of the turbine. that
Yeah, I'm
pulls in
opening the
air.
cover and just putting inside there and letting all that shit go in there. Like, less work. I don't have to do all that stuff.
Interesting strategy, Cotton. We'll see how it works out. That's it. Okay, I can't argue with that. That's a fair point, my guy. Interesting. So you're doing a delayed timer then?
Yeah.
Instead. So you're not dropping
Yeah,
these
if-
bitches
if
down
that-
in
yeah,
their
if-
air
if-
duct. You're just setting them up to funnel into the building. Got it. That's fair.
And then with whatever abilities I have, I'm going to turn my attention to the guard and start thinking about taking this guy out.
Okay. That will have to be next round because you're currently setting up this little failsafe plan to incapacitate the guard, the occupants inside. Knockout mine? No, it's a knockout grenade. I'm trying to see how long you can of a timer you can set for these things. I think it's up to a minute, which would be like a couple rounds. But yeah, okay. I mean, even you're capable of setting up remote detonation should you be inclined to funnel in this gas. But yeah, you set these grenades up in preparation for Ego's entry, and you turn your focus to the guard on the roof once those grenades are in place and ready for deployment. Okay. Raw or Ego, Kesh and Dove at this point come across comms. Just made contact with the two magnet droids. We're gonna break contact and reposition. We'll update you once we get repositioned. So you hear as Dove's boosters for her power suit ignite, and she jumps off a distance to reposition as Kesh throttles off on the Jaeger and resituates. They sound like they have their hands pretty full, but not worse for wear. It seems to be still going in their favor for the time being. They just want to get a little more distance between them and those Magnadroids to buy themselves some time. All right. Ego. What's your focus at this point? By this point in the mission.
I am on the ground. I think knowing that Magna Guard that's outside is currently looking for a target, I'm not going to give it one. I'm going to try to see... I think the admin building we established only has like the one main entrance.
There's a door on the east side, and Oho saw them enter in from the door on the west side. So there's 2 points of entry into this building, at least.
What door did the Magna Guard come out of?
East side, which is the side that you're currently
going to the west. We're sneaking to the west.
Okay, so we're going a long way around to avoid direct contact and make your way to the west side of the building. Fair enough. So let's go ahead and do another stealth check then. This is going to be against the Magna Guard. It's now deployed but heavily injured. That's going to be a hard difficulty with a challenge of 3.
A challenge of 3. That's fine.
You can still benefit from Oho's guidance, so you'll get the 6 upgrades, but still using your stealth.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to use Works Like a Charm to add 1 more die to that to make it with presence instead of cunning, and then a hard difficulty with a challenge of 1, 2, 3. Good grief.
This is gonna be
I have contingencies. This is rough. What?
Oof.
What? How? What? What just happened?
That was close. Just kidding.
The thing, that's what you did.
We need 1 more. Let's edit that last die to...
No, it's fine.
Oh, I misclicked. I was like, where did the light side come from? Jesus Christ.
We'll just
The
reroll
force
that last
helps
one.
go, and they succeed.
Okay, last die. Damn it, it's fucking blank!
Yeah, you were just sitting here. You knew that you couldn't turn it into failure. You just wanted to despair, you greedy bitch.
I did want to despair. I'm trying to make you guys sweat, god damn it. I got one card left. I'm saving it. It's fine. Okay, so yeah, you managed to avoid detection from that Magna Guard that's outside, looking for a threat to pummel. Because that does not sound ideal to you.
No.
So you make your way around. You go. The droid is making its way northward, scanning the horizon for wherever that shot came from. You instead go south, around the building to get to the west entrance. And you do so pretty flawlessly. And that's going to conclude your go in this mini encounter. Go ahead.
I have to go, but whatever. No, I'm saying this now so you hear me.
Yeah.
Whatever the next thing is, the next encounter is I have, I'm using don't shoot. That
Got it.
the hard charm check is going to be modified down by 2 because I'm going to spend 2 strain to do congenial,
Okay.
which is
All
going to
right.
lower it by 2, so it'll be an easy charm check.
Oh, you love doing
Don't
that to
shoot.
my.
It's gonna. Yes, yes, I do. Cause fuck you.
It's the first time I've ever gotten a fuck you from Ren. Oh my god.
No, listen, I'm making this so clear. You can't kill me.
I would never do it to a player that's
So-
off camera.
Yes, don't shoot. 2 strain. I'll spend the strain now ahead
Okay.
of time.
Uh,
But that's what's happening.
yeah, if you could go ahead and put that in the chat for me as well, just so I don't forget. And I got you. Thank you for playing, Ren. We'll see you for next week's session. All right.
Yes.
That being said, next in the skill encounter, that would put us at Chav to round us out.
Alrighty. So the entire time that Chav was setting up everything that he was doing, everybody was getting updates over comm. So like literally got update like boots on the ground working on the containers, container 2 moving on top of container 1, and then with the end of last turn, container 2 in place moving to container 3, and that's going to be our next turn is moving container 3 into position with the first 2 containers.
Gotcha. Go ahead and give me a hard perception check.
Hard perception check. Why?
'Cause
Can
there's
it
a lot,
not be hard?
there's a lot of moving parts going on. And
Guys, I
you're
don't have a lot of faith in my perception.
you're pretty focused right now.
All right, let's give it a go. Let's see what Chav does. I succeeded.
Nice. Okay.
We're very proud of me for succeeding such a stacked against me roll.
Okay. It's fortunate you succeeded. As you're setting up to finalize the loading of this final container, you just take a quick moment to look around. As the ship is repositioning, you have a moment to just take a second. And as you're looking around, you see the 3 tower defense positions. Power slowly restoring to those towers. You can hear as the it sounds like turbo batteries powering back on, which is a terrifying sound for a pilot on the ground. So that your eyes go wide as you realize you're running out of time to get these people out. And yeah, that's just a little extra piece of information you get.
Do I believe that I still, like, knowing how long it took me to get container 1 and 2 in place, do I believe that I have time before these turrets start doing their thing? Do I believe that I have time to get the 3rd container in place before that happens? Or do I feel like that's going to be a more immediate...
By the end of this point, you are securing the container in place. So all that's going to be left at that in the next round is you getting back onto the ship. So you just got you got a grapple shot back up to your ship and get. And I know you have a feature that lets you just fucking board a vehicle without spending maneuvers.
As an incidental, yep.
So, knowing your capabilities, it's a pretty good chance that you're going to beat these turbo batteries before they're able to start opening up fire on you, at least in close range. You might not be able to get outside of their furthest range before they're able to start reacting, but at least you have a better chance of avoiding fire at that point. You just got to break line of sight once you're outside that range. So yeah, you're confident that you have enough time for the moment with that perception check.
So my turn this time was the perception check, and
securing
third
the container,
is good to go.
Yeah.
Okay. Then that being said, as soon as that happens, probably like as we're securing the third one, Jeff grunting looks over, hears the whirring, turns over, sees like probably the main guns of the closest turrets start lifting very slowly, and like then the third container comes in, and Rawl, Oho, Ego, Dove, and Kesh would hear Chav just go, "Third container in place. I gotta get out of here. Those turrets are back up."
I gotta go. The urgency very prevalent in Chav's words as you guys continue about your tasks. The third container is now secured aboard the stack of containers that are now mounted to the Nothwan Chimera. All that is left is getting that shit out of the yard as quickly as possible. Yeah, that's going to end that round. Back at the top. Damn, you still beat Magnagard's initiative. Oh, what do you got, buddy?
Let's see. But present, Chav has informed us that the turbines are turning back on for those machines.
Yep, the tower defenses, yeah.
For the tower defenses, are these tower defenses that we're talking about? Are we talking about like, are they manned? Like, are they the kind of thing where like they're like there's an individual like on the gun manning it to like do kind of like a
turbo batteries have to be
thing?
Turbo batteries have to be controlled. Usually they're controlled by like a
It's more like a
like a
sensor,
six-man
like a-
team.
Okay.
So there's a lot of manpower behind these things usually. Or
Noted.
Or am I thinking of the gun batteries on a Star Destroyer? I think I'm thinking of the gun batteries. Turbo lasers,
Okay.
I think, might be automated.
So if Chav is mentioned that he's like the third thing is locked and loaded, correct?
Yes, the containers are all secured to the Nothwan.
Yeah, I mean, I would say like Oho would communicate through the comms. If you're ready to go. And then I'm just going to continue to dance with this Magnagard because I'm expecting for. I know that there's one still inside.
Mm-hmm.
I need to make sure that this one outside is not available to go back inside.
Fair.
If things happen inside. So before anything happens inside and this one decides to go in, I'm going to attempt once more to just give him a little poke, just a little hi, how are you?
How's it going?
You know?
How's your mother?
Yeah, how's your mom?
Okay. So you can't do it with the Night Stinger because you just fired previously, so it does require another round to cycle.
True.
So unless you don't mind this motherfucker's spotting you at this point.
That is a good. Decisions. I might need to actually take that risk just because I need everything inside to go well.
Okay.
And I'm on a crane, so like this thing to get to me still would need to take some time. Like I'm on extreme range from this thing. So,
Correct. It's got some ground to cover.
Yeah.
And it only has a
and I
melee
have the
weapon
glider.
that's visible.
Yeah, and it's visible, and I have the glider thing, so if needed, I can just cowabunga my way down. So I guess we're just gonna go for it.
All right. Switching from stealth to switching from covert fire to normal blaster bolts. Your power cell is able to accelerate faster, the charge faster, and get a more viable shot out. So yeah, let's go ahead and see that regular attack roll.
Okay, so I'm going to use precise aim as a maneuver.
Okay.
I'll probably take strain so I can do that maneuver plus the changing of the weaponry to regular fire. So building pool.
Mm-hmm.
It removes the black die from this guy. And then I think that's it in this case because I don't have other stuff I don't have, right?
Gotcha.
Dodge, reflect, parry, lethal blows, true aim. Oh, true aim to upgrade the check. So one of those. And let's see what happens. Oh, damn.
Another triumph.
Another triumph, which means that I'm going to allow that be a crit.
Okay. That's another lethal blows stack plus what it already has. It has a critical injury already, so that's a plus 10, plus 40.
Here's a 1.
So plus 10, plus 40. That's 50, plus 50 to the crit injury table. That's crazy. This guy's probably not gonna have a good time.
And on their turn they lose. They take 1 strain and 1 damage because of the bleeding.
Right. This is still your turn for the moment, but
Yeah.
Crippled.
All checks that require use that limb by 1. So technically speaking, I already hobbled one of his legs. We're gonna say that this thing, I think this particular shot, because I know that these things are agile, especially because of the fact that they use staffs. I go, okay, I reduce his mobility. Now I'm going to reduce its agility when it comes to like the weaponry that they have. So I think in this case, he decides he's gonna take his time. He's gonna time it. So he doesn't know whether or not he's gonna make it work, but he's just waiting as this thing is looking around. He's taking aim, taking aim, taking aim, and whenever he feels like this thing is maybe like turning in a direction that is like further, like not in his vicinity, he takes a shot and he aims basically to hit right on the shoulder area to go diagonal through the torso.
All
to
right.
just cripple the joints on the arm, on the one of the arms.
Yeah. So you take the shot. The blaster bolt impacts into the shoulder with holding the electro staff. The droid reels from the impact. His head whips around as he tries to activate the staff, but it starts to seize up.
Target identified. Moving in for the kill.
And with that, he You watch as he reaches across his torso, grabbing the staff from the crippled arm, swinging, bringing it across its body, and activates the staff with a flourish, and begins running your direction, hopping over. Because that initial hobble only lasts to the end of its next turn, I believe it is what it said. Let's see. Let's double check that. He did.
If it's end of his next turn, that he's still hobbling in this
Yeah.
one. Because it's technically his second turn, yeah?
Shot to the leg, causing him. Temporary hobbling. The shot to the leg. Until the end of the current round. So it was until the end of the current round. So you, after that impact that disables his shoulder, you watch as his knee kind of, the knee that you hobbled initially kind of jerks left and right and flexes and straightens out to where it's able to function mostly at most capacity, not at full capacity, but it's somewhat serviceable again. And he flourishes the electrostaff and starts hopping over the railing and running your direction. Now, he's got a lot of fucking ground to cover, and you fucked his ass up.
Yeah, how much damage did he take this time?
That was 16 points of wounds, minus a soak of 8.
7 because of Pierce.
With the Pierce, so yeah, 9 points of wounds. Nice. He's looking pretty rough, but he's still fucking standing. Plus, and then on his turn, he's using his action to maneuver to move. So he.
I would say, if speaking being free, that's when Oho would inform Raul and Ego. Magna Guard outside, moving away from the building, north, heading northeast. Still keeping guard. Just let me keep me informed about what you see inside. The last remaining Magna Guard may still be inside protecting the Falleen. These are tough.
I think it knows its capabilities and it knows it's in a dire situation. So it definitely does call for backup.
Target identified. I don't like that.
Target identified. Requesting backup. And yeah, you hear him call out for backup. You don't see anybody rushing out just yet, but you do know it is calling for help as it rushes towards you. Doubt he's going to be able to get anything in because he's pretty banged up. But yeah, that ends his turn as he's rushing your direction. Okay, next is going to be Raul. Raul, you said you wanted to incapacitate the guard that's on the rooftop. Let's go ahead and have you make a... You're already stealthed. Let's do a...
Well, first, how close is this guy to the edge?
I mean, he's at a Overwatch position that you've been in guard towers before. It's not that big, spacious.
So I have to climb up to get to him?
No, it's like a bunker with sandbags kind of situation. Extra reinforced.
Okay.
Overwatch position. Actually, sandbags wouldn't make sense. It's just there's a spotlight tower, or nest, if you will, on top of the administration building. So it's just stairs that you have to ascend, just to get to them. But it's not that steep. It's like a 5 or 6 steps to ascend.
I'm still on the partner. Can I just jump that in one motion?
I mean,
And potentially knock him off with like a little pop flip into the face and push him off with
we're basically talking semantics here. You can do whatever you want to affect this guy.
Okay.
What would you like
I'm
to
gonna
do
make
to
him...
incapacitate this guy?
Well, if I could do whatever I want, then yeah, I'm just gonna squeeze him, and because I don't want to alert my position if I don't have to.
Okay. So
yeah.
you're going for a rear naked choke. All right. Let's do a let's do a brawl. Yeah, a brawl check. Average difficulty.
Just a flat.
You get two boost die for your stealth. I'll give you an additional boost die for the element of the surprise factor, and superior positioning.
Let's see if I can roll myself. I doubt it.
Oh yeah, duh.
Nope. I cannot.
Okay, I got it. No worries. Average difficulty, 3 boost. Oh, there it is. You got it. You succeed.
You said average. I did hard difficulty, but hey, I still succeeded.
Yeah, you still succeed. I think that just gives you 1 advantage without that threat there. Yeah, you just get 1 advantage. So, yeah, you sneak up behind this this guy. It's a weak way individual. You get a sense that he's probably not all that invested. He might help sell the encounter, and you choke him out with little to no resistance, as he was surprised by your sudden emergence and goes unconscious. Well done. Good work. Final contributions to this round would be Dove and Kesh engaging the droids from a distance. They're good. Chav. Chav will round out this round. You finalize the securement of the final container and now are ready to go. As those turbo batteries light a fire under your ass, basically.
So then, literally, it is the Nothuin lowering into position to... I imagine that the way that this is going, because we had to reposition things, is that they are stacked.
Correct.
So then the Nothuin would then most likely, because of aerodynamics and weight distribution and stuff, would then lower into position, grabbing the middle cargo container, Chav running underneath it, probably from where he is until he sees the still open door for the side hatch, using the exoglove to hookshot himself up. Incidental action from excuse me, from Let's Ride, allowing him to mount and begin piloting the Nothuin Chimera, which is already running. At that point in time, close that hatch, and as Chav is rotating in such a way that whatever, like, I imagine that there is one of these turrets pretty much on either side of me. Like 1, 2, 3, probably. Nice triangle formation with me in the middle in the kill box, and that's okay. Because Chav is going to rotate so that 2 of the 3 he's rotating the containers away from, so if they take a shot, more so the ship is taking damage and not the containers.
Okay.
then turning, and as he is prepping everything to go, there is a moment that only happens inside of Chav's own head, as he is fully aware that there is shots happening, there is calls of people looking for things, there is the sounds of electro stabs, there is all kinds of different things happening. It's kind of chaos in this entire yard for shipping containers, and Chav has a moment considering if the lives of 300 people are worth the lives of Core Atlas. And he knows that if he chooses Core Atlas, they wouldn't forgive him. He has a job to do, and now that job takes him off world. So, action, brilliant evasion against the turret that is going to be closest to me as I make my escape,
Okay.
which is going to be an opposed space piloting check.
Which it is a turret, so it does not have the ability to do.
So if that's the case, I'm not even going to bother rolling. Wait, I am going to bother rolling it because I might generate a triumph. So space piloting right there. To be fair, adding 2 setback die for the normal handling of the Anathon Chimera, there's now 2 additional containers. Do I have additional setback die?
Yes, that would be represented in the handling. So it would increase your handling by, or decrease your handling by 2 with those additional containers.
So 2 more. 2 more setback die with my equipment and various abilities that I have that remove setback die. This means that I will be rolling this check with a grand total of actually 1 setback die.
Ooh, that's a first.
Yeah, and because it is opposed and this can't make it, that means I'm not adding any difficulty die to this.
Correct.
So it's just how good does Chav roll?
Jesus.
7 successes, 7 advantages, 1 triumph. I would like to spread my advantages to the rest of my party, along with my triumph. Probably we'll bank that for when the time calls for it. That was my action. I will then use an action or a maneuver for a maneuver, spending 1 strain to make another space piloting check. This one being a double checking here, an average difficulty for supreme full throttle.
Oh, geez. Going 0 to 100.
Average. Well, not yet. This just raises the max speed of the Nathon Chimera.
Got it.
And then, yeah, so that's average difficulty. I do still have to add those 4 setback die for all the things. 2 successes, 10 advantages, which I will again spread out to the rest of my party. So that is a total of 17 advantages spread out. Use them how you need them, boys. And then spending 1 strain for Supreme Full Throttle. To do a second maneuver on a turn is 2 strain?
Yes.
Okay. We will happily do that, as I then, going back over to the Nathon Chimera, will inflict system strain all the way up to 6 system strain in this moment for the full throttle maneuver.
Damn.
Taking me out. I believe that with a speed of 6 with this, then that allows me to go from I assume that in a planetary scale with the turrets, right now I'm at close range, if not engaged. And I believe that with a speed of 6, I get to move 2 range bands by doing this.
Yeah.
don't know what the range is, and because of brilliant maneuver or brilliant evasion, one of those three, the one that is closest to me, which might actually affect ranges, cannot target me for rounds equal to my agility, which is 7.
That's gross. Yeah. So yeah, easy enough. With that momentary consideration for your crew, knowing that right now your priority is those people inside the container that you are now that are now in your hands, you push the Nothman Chimera to its absolute limits while carrying an excessive amount of cargo compared to what it's used to.
People aren't cargo, mate.
And people are not cargo. People, you accelerate out into the open airspace of Blackspire Outpost and begin making a break for the outer atmosphere of the planet.
I can keep up the speed for a total of 2 rounds because it is equal to my cunning.
Sheesh. Yeah, easy enough.
Am I like away from the turrets, or do I still have a round?
That would put you at medium range with the turrets, which would, I believe, they have a range of medium. So you'd be just on the cusp of their range before they're able to start firing.
I'll take 1 round of shots if I have to, if they're up and running in time.
Okay.
And to close out my turn, putting out a hail. Hawkbat, send me those coordinates. I'm en route.
Very good. And I believe this is a perfect point to transition to moments before engaging in this operation, to a peek into the conversation between what would have gone down between 2 rival pilots in this request for aid for the transport of 3 containers full of slaves. Merely an hour before.
Okay, so flashback.
We are now the audience hearing the silky voice of a nonchalant Miri Allen, known as Guy Hawkbat, receiving a surprising call from a gold-skinned Nothwin by the name of Chav Visto.
As I put in the chat a while ago, quite literally, at wherever Guy is on his ship or with his comlink, wherever he may be, he might not be on a ship. He is going to get a call that simply says, "Bus driver, I'd like to schedule a pickup."
You get the other end of the line, and as I mentioned in the chat, you get the end of the line, you get to hear the sound of the comm being activated. There's nobody speaking, but you can definitely hear the chewing, just chewing, pause, chewing, pause, and finally slurping from a straw.
It's at the slurping of the straw that Chav has had enough and just said, "All right, I'm going to talk and you're going to listen while you have your afternoon tea." Exfil, Batu, 300 humanoids, all malnourished and needing medical attention. We'll be pulling a triple set of cargo containers. We'll meet at your chosen coordinates for the exchange to more comfortable accommodations. Questions?
Slurping, pause. Finally, the slurping sounds like the drink is empty. It's over. Then crunch. And then finally, "Thank you for calling Hideon Tactical. We provide flight services all across the galaxies. If you would like to speak with our rescue and aid department, press 1. If you
I'm
don't
not
have,
pressing nothing. I'm gonna shoot you in the leg when I see you again if you don't just respond to me like a person.
if you would like to request assistance for rescue, press 1. Crunch.
That's the same option for two different things.
If you would like to request a complaint about the system, press 1.
I'm gonna press one bullet into your skull, all right?
For ammo purchases, press
We're
1.
rescuing slaves, guy.
For rescue, press 1.
Skull
Beep.
reaches over.
Just like the fury behind a single beep.
Please hold while we put you in contact with our service executor. Pause.
Executor.
Pause. This is actually him saying pause, by the way. Pause. Pause. Steps. Closer.
You know, maybe I should take my business elsewhere. I don't want somebody to, crash land into a fucking
Thank you
planet.
for calling Haitian Tactical. This is Guy Hawkbat Nebraska Terror. How can I be of service?
Exfil. Batu. 300 humanoids. Malnourished. Medical attention necessary. Northwind Chimera pulling triple set of cargo containers. We'll meet at chosen coordinates to exchange out of the horrid conditions of a cargo container into whatever you have that better be bigger than a fucking YT.
Just please acknowledge on the recorded line that we do not cover insurance for rust bucket ships like the one that you currently possess.
I don't need no fucking. I have insurance on my ship, all right?
It must be very expensive. Oh no.
You know what? I'd need insurance if this thing ever got fucking hit.
All right, we will get back to you in 3 to 5 business days on whether
You have
or
it.
not
You have less than an hour.
we will get back for a 1 hour service. You will need to sign the deluxe package and send us an written application through our comlink services.
Guy,
Yes.
we're talking 300 people in need here.
Then why are you stalling? You should be filling the application right now. Or is your ego so strong that you will not fill an application? It's very simple. I'm just trying to avoid
We
the
are
paperwork that
moving
I'm gonna have to
in
do
less than an
later.
hour, which is why I'm telling you this. Just tell me where to go if you want your fucking paperwork. Get
I
your
already
fucking
sent you the
paperwork.
coordinates.
You son of a. Alright, you sent me
Gal,
the one. It's fine.
Gal
Did you-
actually sent you the coordinates.
Because Gal is fucking competent. Is this
You will have to
message
pay the
already
extra
got a
fee for
PDF?
self-service.
Fine, fucking bill me. All right, and me like
I
looking
already sent
through
you the
like,
bill.
is that all attached? In? All right, there's the bill. All right, yeah. Tell Gal, thank you.
Gal,
Lucky.
Gal. Pod Racer guy says thank you. And what? Oh, Gal says, "Don't die stupid."
How about don't die at all? See you in checks coordinates, and then the words that come out of Chav's mouth is an applicable amount of time for Chav to get to those coordinates.
Fair enough.
Well, don't worry, we'll fix it in post.
In post production. Yeah. This colorful exchange between two rival pilots
Colorful
concludes.
because I'm gold and he's green.
uh, services requested for people in dire need. The story that follows immediately after is the events that take place, resulting in the extraction of 3 containers full of 300 people. Meanwhile, the rest of Core Atlas remains on the ground at the scene, trusting in the capabilities of the signal jammer aboard the Northwind Chimera to prevent any potential catastrophic events from happening for the time being, while the crew endeavors to either liberate the controls or find a way to disable or find out if there are any protection measures in place at all. Whether or not that information is gleaned will be to be diced on our next week's episode of Star Wars. Thank you for joining us for tonight's episode. We appreciate your support, and we love that you're here with us as we wind the the season finale of Core Atlas. We'll see you guys next time. Have a great rest of your night. We'll see you.